Have you?
Well, I mean, so.
I have.
He was
I mean,
missing a week because he was in a Chinese work camp.
Oh,
I said some not so nice things. They were unpasteurized things.
Very unpasteurized.
wow.
Are we back with unpasteurized?
We are back with unpasteurized. Do you want to do it this time?
I don't know.
Do it.
Welcome back to Unpasteurized. Here we are. Where are we?
In the Sandhills.
We're in the Sandhills. At the beginning. I'd say this is the beginning, yeah?
This is a dream. I would build this exact same thing and turn it into a podcast studio.
You ever drink a Red Bull and not know how to exhale for a second?
Welcome to Dad's shop.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the shop.
This is
by
a
a-
nice shop.
Yeah, by
This is a dope fucking shop.
Fuck yeah.
This
This is a good
this
shop.
is a literal dream now. Yeah.
Does
this
that
is very
jukebox
cool.
work?
I think he's got some reprogramming to do to it.
How many
but
siblings you got?
Nice.
Three. Three.
Well, just
siblings, so four
outshine
of us
them.
Total.
Just outshine them and
Well,
it's
look,
yours.
I mean, you know,
Right?
out.
Just outshine them and doesn't it maybe it's yours.
I mean, that would be cool. But
That's
you know, what am I gonna do with that? I mean, what am I gonna do with the shop here?
with this shop.
This
Many
is gonna be
things.
my retreat.
Yeah,
This is
dude.
gonna
You
be a great retreat.
You could start
Where-
welding.
Yeah, dude, you could
after
start
I-
working on shit.
People could haul you in stuff that's broken and you could fix it for money
Oh my god! it
because
actually
you have a facility to do so.
Yeah, but I lack the talent.
Just start welding. Smoke a joint and weld.
I mean,
Build sculptures.
yeah, I can weld adequately, but it ain't great. I mean,
I don't do it
it's
for
not
fun.
perfect.
You'll
No,
get that.
I do
You'll
it
get
for
that. Like,
necessity.
you'll just get better as you do it, though, dude.
That's true, but I got other things I want to do.
True.
I don't have the time for both. I don't think, unless I'm doing it for a job, which I don't think I want to do. But
Right. It would suck.
You could be a good welder. I mean, some people
working
do
an assembly line would suck. A fabrication shop would be cool,
fabrication.
but I don't have the talent to just walk in there and be like, "Give me a fabrication job."
I'll start low.
Well, yeah, I would.
Unload sheet
I,
metal.
I know I can sweep the fuck out of a shop. I'll tell you that.
There you go.
That
Somebody
was like
has to.
that was the first thing Dad ever taught me was fucking sweeping a shop. I used to have to sweep that big garage down there on Madison Street all the time.
Oh, really?
Mine was
Not bad, but just like if I wanted to help her do something, that was like the first thing. So
Mhm.
just go do that.
just
So
go
Yeah,
sweep.
that's a good
Sweep.
fucking job.
it is.
For
It's
a
a
kid.
handy thing to have. If you have a job where sweeping is something you need to do,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're feeling off, just fucking go sweep. That way, it looks. It's not labor intensive,
Yeah.
and it looks like you're doing something.
Right.
You know, keeps
So-
you busy.
Something can always be cleaner.
It can be.
It can.
There's always room for improvement.
Here's the job. Here's the thing. I just rebel at every. I end up rebelling at every job if somebody rides my ass
Yes,
about
you do.
like. I just. Brad and I were coworkers at one time.
Yeah, dude.
We're here with
Might
Brad.
have.
We're here with Brad.
We're
This
here
is
with
Taylor
Brad.
Zaki and Lucas Schneider. Here with the one, the only Brad Reynoldsson.
Hi.
Yeah, well, say hi to the world.
That's
Hi.
right.
It's not
World?
the world. It's
Yeah, it's what is it like?
It's
10
America
10
and-
single dudes.
It could be.
We've got there's an elderly woman from Sweden that listens to this.
Are you fucking with me?
I will
Why would we lie to you?
I'll show you. I'll show you the analytics right now,
Do you
brother.
think that's something
Oh,
we
man.
make?
I think it's just some.
I don't know.
That's actually just a rough
Schneider's
guess.
a pretty creative guy.
I had to do some math because it doesn't get that specific.
That's
When
how
you-
it
When you
works.
break it down to region, you can't break it down that way.
True.
But what you looking for?
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go get me. I'm gonna get us a chair, and we can set our beers on it.
That's a good
a
move.
beer.
I
Oh,
will-
right. To raise the roof.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the other fucking news, I don't really know what's going on. You been paying attention to the news, Lucas?
Not really.
Not really. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't really care. I understand a little bit about how like tariffs are supposed to work, so
everybody's freaked out
I
about the stock
understand
market.
that
You
that
invested?
has to be like it's a long-term thing.
Does everybody
and
in
it still might
Nebraska
not
have
even
this
work right, you know?
What are you talking about? The tariffs? You think it's not going to work right?
Well, it could not work. I mean,
What's
going
gonna
to
go wrong?
Possibly not work.
Do
I
you
mean,
want American jobs
They
back?
could just say fuck. You
Here's
guys,
the
we don't
question:
want your
Do we
stuff
want?
anyway.
Do we
Like,
want? Do you want things to be
Okay,
made?
I want you to have your mic and your headphones for your reaction to this math
Yeah.
because although I didn't take statistics, I think this is a pretty easy one to figure out, personally.
He'll go.
Okay, so you go through our audience as you would expect. You know, we got a solid strength there in the 23 to 34 range, right? That's
Just
obviously
as
going
I
to be
suspected.
our bread and butter. Obviously, the male to female breakdown is crazy. But
It's a sausage. fest
Wait, can
over
I see
here.
that again? I'm surprised you got 5% female. That's actually pretty good. That's better than I
Well,
expected.
I got a pretty good idea. I know exactly who that is. But all right, so 60 plus,
Hell yes.
1.7%. Sweden. 1.7%. So whoever you are, thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Or
you wouldn't have
Tonka.
that is a hard thing to believe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it really is.
I could not believe it.
Yeah,
when I read
that's
it.
impressive.
I feel like it has to be a glitch, but that's fine.
Yeah, probably, but
On the same
it's
hand,
pretty cool.
Spotify is a Swedish company, so
Tonka to the Swedes.
Tonka?
Donkashire.
is
They
that
got
what-
their
is that what
fucking
you're saying?
eyes on you.
That's fine. I'd like it.
Yeah, you know what?
Get them
Germany's.
peepers on me. Send me an email.
I don't know. Let's not talk about the.
smileycomedy13@gmail.com. I will sell out so fast.
To
We also don't. We try our best to not name brands unless we
Oh,
really believe in them.
Unless they're
Yeah.
like
But-
absolutely important to the cause.
I mean,
Yeah.
We haven't said this one yet.
We've held
We
off on
haven't?
this
Okay.
surprisingly.
No.
We
And we're not
For some
gonna.
reason-
And here's
no,
the
we're
thing.
not
Oh,
gonna.
okay.
I'm gonna go back to
Not
it,
that I'm anti them,
Right.
but just we want to get paid from them first.
Okay.
because you know what? Nobody else has this line. There's other lines that people have lines on. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. We're so far from that.
Don't worry about
The
it.
one
Yeah,
we did
sorry.
shout out, and I will do it again because I love it so much. And Brad, you'll probably remember this from the old days.
Yeah.
Cheerwine.
Oh fuck yes, I love Cheerwine.
So many people had never heard
Dude,
of
I
Cheerwine.
can't believe I fucking haven't
It's-
thought about that.
It's
for
so
long.
hard to find. I had to go to a specialty candy shop
Yeah.
Old-timey.
downtown.
Dude, we had a
To
fucking.
buy it.
Remember, we had a goddamn vending machine at our school that had Cheerwine.
Yeah,
God
And it was the-
damn, that's sick.
It was awesome.
it was banging.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember in the old days, if it was your birthday and for your snack you brought a 12-pack of Cheerwine to school.
Oh, dude.
You were king.
You were
king.
If you
for,
like had like a pizza party or something,
if
you
if
did
you had a
something
12-pack
dope.
of Cheerwine, like that's
Oh,
that was hot
that
shit.
was hot. That was how you knew somebody.
You
was,
fucking killed the party.
You did
Yeah,
it.
Oh my
for
god.
sure.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is.
And
crazy.
we drank it out of
It
bottles.
was like
Yeah, out of
champagne.
the
It was like
glass
champagne
bottles.
for children.
we had yeah. We drank it
Was.
out of cans back then. We had it out of bottles.
The
as
glass.
as adults.
Oh yeah,
Glass
yeah, yeah,
bottles.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was so we got hopped up. I mean, it was
glass bottle is
it was
very
a
nice.
crazy. We got a
Do
crazy.
you
sugar
remember
rush
that?
off all
Do you
that.
remember being a kid and just being like,
Mm.
"Fuck"? You just wanted to
Oh.
feel that buzz some way.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
that-
Oh my
fucking
god!
urine.
You wanted to smoke a candy cigarette. You wanted to give me a
Oh,
lighter
hell
and let's
yes.
burn
Yeah.
this thing.
Yep. Let's sniff it
Hell
up,
yes,
baby.
dude.
You ever put a pixie stick up one of your beaks?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
I did once.
There ain't a Sharpie in the whole middle school that I probably haven't huffed. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know
I
what
never-
you mean.
I
I just
never-
didn't do it.
I never huffed them, but I would take a
Oh.
whiff. I'd take one whiff on the way out.
I
one
mean, you'd
whiff on the way in.
always catch a whiff.
You
from
take
a-
that
you take-
motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, you take a little just taste
Yeah.
on the way
It's
in.
better than
and then-
smoking
you know.
smoking paint or whatever. But I don't.
I never smoked paint.
I
either.
never smoked paint either. You
No.
ever? I don't try to do a lot of inhalants myself. Actually, I see the people that do that a lot, but
I don't get it.
man, they're
don't-
fun.
I mean, it's just plain wrong.
I don't understand it. I also
Inhalants?
don't understand whippets.
I get
Oh.
that.
I don't get that one.
Wah, 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 wah. I don't know. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never done it.
It's a
I
pointless.
haven't
It's
either. And I don't think I will ever either.
It's not-
because-
it's no route to enlightenment.
I've just always felt that's for retards, but
Well,
There's things.
I'm sorry,
Wait.
I'm alienating
No.
the whole
Sometimes you
Whippets
gotta be. You
audience.
gotta be. Sometimes you're gonna do something retarded. I mean, drinking and driving's pretty retarded.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is
But
retarded?
we don't do that, do we?
Yeah.
I
No.
would never.
Would you? Yeah. No. Never.
I did when I was a child, but
Only when
that's
you were 9.
inadmissible
young and
now.
dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's inadmissible now. Statute of limitations and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a MIP or a MIC or a?
No, I dodged all
God,
that.
I got too many. They gave me a couple. That's what sent me.
I
to
got an
jail.
actual marijuana possession charge.
I remember
in-
that. Was that when
in
I was
high
with you?
school?
Yeah.
No, you were with Akmal. Akmal got
That's
pulled over
right.
and gave them my phone number, my home address, my name. Told them exactly who it was.
Yeah,
And-
dude, I remember that.
And I got all convinced that that he was going to get deported if I didn't admit that it was mine.
I
And
think
so I felt so guilty. Do you remember? I threw a. You were there when he
I was
told
there.
me.
I was
because
there.
you guys
with
were on
him.
the you guys were on the way to a
rode with him.
basketball game we had in Verdigris.
And we got fucking pulled over. Yes, we got pulled over.
He passed a
And
cop on a
But the
bridge.
fucking guy, literally,
He can do that back home.
I mean, we weren't even like doing it, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
they weren't
it
even.
was- it was hidden in your car, and he literally like fucking pointed it out and gave it to
It
him.
was Akmal's
But it was
car.
because
Oh,
he was
he-
so shook, dude. He just
oh well,
he
you
was
know-
panicking.
He was panicking.
That's what happened.
And I mean, I get how a kid would do that.
Yeah.
But I was
Hey,
so mad.
It
hey,
just sucks,
Hey,
yeah.
hey! Remember in Red Dawn when the guy wore the beeper?
No.
It's been so long.
How about
since
any
I've
of the
seen
mob
that.
movies?
Which
when,
ones? I love The Godfathers.
When somebody says, "Hey, they told." I don't know. See, you don't.
I threw a picnic table down a hill.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how mad I was, but I didn't want to
oh
hit him.
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Because Catholic
American
school, I mean,
girls.
How bad would that have looked
American
if I would
guys.
have beat up the one
This
Muslim
guy was from
kid?
Tajikistan.
Yeah, and he might have been.
You'll
able to kick-
always
he was,
stand up.
Here's the thing. Here's more of what the issue was: is that he was a psycho and he might have kicked my ass. Like
Akmal?
I don't know. He was just
bro.
nuts.
Akmal's
dude.
a nice guy.
I don't know.
He's a softie. I ran into him after high school, dude. And he was
Smish.
like, "You right there,
Smish.
bro, hug." Like we hugged it out and said, "What's up?"
I don't know. Maybe he's fine now.
Yeah.
I'm more upset at myself. I shouldn't have admitted it.
You shouldn't have admitted to it.
Because
You
I
did-
wasn't even there. There was no. Now, as an adult looking on it, I was like, there was no legal way that they could have never proven that. Actually,
Also,
Yeah, you know. I mean, it was your vehicle.
no, it wasn't. It was his.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even
was
in my
his
car.
vehicle.
It was
Yeah,
his
that's
vehicle.
right. That is kind of bullshit, dude.
It was only because I admitted
You
it.
admitted it. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
I told him that for that. I
Yeah.
said that. I told him.
Kept me out of the military, which thank God. Big good thing actually in the end.
There you go, dude.
Thank you, God, for making weed.
That's
and
karma,
keep
dog.
it- Yeah, that's literal karma.
I guess it seemed like a curse
A la
for a
Ak.
long
Hey,
time.
that's how it works.
Now it seems like a blessing, which is wild.
Amen.
Speaking of blessings,
Speaking of blessings,
where were we?
He believes in a Lutheran God, so
Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
might as well be a Satanist.
Jesus Christ. We're good people. We still listen. My God.
They have some banger fish fries.
They do.
Dude,
I'll
hell yeah.
give it
They
that.
still kind of knock the shit out of that.
They
do you
do.
ever do that? You ever do it?
I haven't
recently?
been to one in a long time.
There's
Does
a good
KC
one by
still
me.
do it?
I haven't been. Oh, they still do it, yeah.
Here
but
in town?
now they got a and they do a drive-through now, dude. You can just roll
yeah,
out the back
but-
door.
Is it
That's
all
so
you can
much
eat?
better.
Yeah.
They got an ice
Do you
cream
remember?
machine.
Remember the old days having to go out there and you'd wait in line for like a fucking half
Yeah,
an
dude.
hour to just
Yeah.
get in there and
Fuck
get like
yeah. It was
you'd
a
have to
hot
sit and
spot.
wait. It would be a spot where you'd stand and wait for people to get up and leave, so that way you could sit down.
Right.
Like you'd be sitting there waiting,
It's
like,
the
oh, those people are
church
close. Those
fish
people are
fry.
close. Then you'd get hate for people that were just sitting there jibber jabbing.
Oh,
been to a
dude, yeah.
fish
It's like,
fry.
get the
I
fuck
know.
out of here and
Get
go
the
talk
fuck
at McDonald's or some
fucking
shit.
Go
Yeah.
chit chat out in the hall, baby.
Yeah.
The weather's not that bad out there. It's a balmy March. You could fucking
It's a ball.
Yeah.
you could stand outside and jibber jabber.
Well, it's over. It's the last week this week.
True
Who's?
that.
What?
Who?
Fish fries.
Oh,
It's
is it
over.
really?
It's Good Friday, dude.
Oh, I'm not a practicing. I'm bad.
Easter's
I'm sorry.
420.
I'm not practicing either. Easter is on 420,
That's lit.
isn't it?
Things correlate for a
I'll
reason.
be a quick draw,
Wow.
so I'll be having a good time, and I'll be older.
You're gonna take
That's
your.
after, I can't believe it.
You and
I
I
know,
should
well,
go
I'll
to
be
mass.
Well, I mean, I'm so fed up with Christmas time people bitching about their birthdays being near
on
Christmas.
Oh, fuck them. Fuck
But
anybody
fuck
who
them.
complains about a birthday.
Also,
I mean,
try having your birthday on Easter all the time,
true.
because that's not even a gift-giving holiday.
No, it's
No.
not.
It's a candy
how am
giving
I?
It can be. You get the Easter baskets.
Babies are
It's
born.
candy.
Babies are born all the time. But how many times has somebody risen from the dead? You know, that's tough
True.
to compete with.
It's just one so far, is what they say.
Yeah, could be you though, Schneid. You are born right around that.
I took enough mushrooms once that I thought I was for a
Hell.
little bit.
Maybe you were.
I actually said that. I turned to my buddy and I was like, maybe I am God. And
Yeah, you have that. What do you
I kind of freaked myself out a little bit with that. But so I tried to
Well.
keep. I try to keep that.
My
in
buddy
check.
put a truck in a pond, and I told him 3 times before we left. I said, God doesn't want us to do this. He didn't listen to me. We kept going. We got a dune buggy stuck out in the fucking
Yeah.
dunes. We had to walk 3.5 miles back to the fucking house. I mean, this is out south of Bassett.
Oh, that's rough.
We were fucking stuck.
That's rough.
We were buried.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
sandy, baby.
so we were like, we'll go in the morning because we were in no fucking shape. Like I said, we were talking to fucking God. We were in no shape to be there. I mean, like 8 G's of God. We were deep, probably more. Really, really bad. I got in the vehicle and I said, hey, we shouldn't do this. I said we shouldn't be out there in the fucking dune buggy. And then you know what happens? You're swimming with the fucking fish.
Yeah,
Yep. Put her in a pond.
that's crazy.
You ever been trying to talk to your spiritual self and find yourself, and then you end up in a fucking pond in a Chevy?
No.
No, well, I have.
So we're split. I got stuck in a hammock for a couple hours.
Oh, that's peaceful.
It was great.
You can
That is
stay
nice.
there.
I
Yeah.
was watching old music videos. I was like seeing them
nice.
projected on the leaves.
Oh, cool.
That was super cool. And if I looked over here, it was always Kiss in that bush. Like it was Kiss, and there's flames around them.
You mean Prince?
No, Kiss. The band.
Oh, the band
The
Kiss. Okay.
Like not a music video, just them jamming.
Okay.
I
That's-
was out of it.
I don't mind Kiss,
I
dude.
was
They're
way
pretty
out of it.
good.
I was never employed whenever I did these. Anyway,
Yeah.
They were
but
Jewish.
they were.
Were they really?
Some of them.
Gene Simmons is
God
for sure,
gave
but
rock
I don't
and
think he's
roll.
practicing.
You don't
the,
know that. They
the
all
Jews
practice.
are very entertaining people.
I have
That's
nothing against him.
Part of the trick.
Look,
Whoa.
Don't lie. No.
wow, man, that's a record. 16 minutes. That's all it took.
Oh.
We're in the shop. We're in the shop. We got West. What do you want me to do?
Look, pal, I've always said I don't care if they control the weather. I just want to know how they do it. That's all. Doesn't
I
matter
do
to me.
not give a fuck.
That's one of my favorite conspiracy theories of all time
It is entertaining
It-
to listen to the different people say stuff.
because that seems insane to me.
The
What?
weather.
Controlling the weather?
Yeah,
Well, of course it's insane.
There's a hail cannon like 2 blocks over there.
That's true, dude.
that is sort of controlling the weather.
Midwestern
Sort
people
of
control the
controlling
weather.
Look,
the weather.
if
They-
you, that's not a Jewish tomato plant.
How do you know? It's from New Jersey.
Maybe now. The dude that bought it was supposed to be growing weed in there when it became legal.
Mm,
tomato
smart
plant?
idea.
But yeah,
Did they
but
deport all those Mexicans from here that one time?
Yeah,
they
it was the
did.
tomato plant, yeah.
when it was the
Is there still
tomato
tomatoes
plant.
there? What are they growing there?
No,
now?
it's
No, it's
fucking
empty right
It's
now.
empty.
That's a dude from New York bought it
Yeah.
and was going to grow weed in there when it
Well,
passed.
don't let that
If-
fucker own it.
Well, it passed the vote to be legalized here, but then I think it's like been stalled out.
anytime,
Yeah, everybody,
camera or
all the
whatever,
boomers
like-
are trying to quit. Stop
anytime
the
you
all-
have
fall.
yeah.
out-of-state money coming
All
in on
the-
shit like that, it should be vetoed.
Well, that's why we need to be doing it ourselves.
Well,
though.
it's like when they started growing hemp, and they were like, "There's going to be 10 farmers who are allowed to go hemp." Yeah, and it's going to be randomly picked, huh? Bullshit.
Right, right.
Bullshit.
No, it does need to be Nebraska people doing that stuff. That would be much better.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it up on the
absolutely.
res. I think they got something going on the res. Res weed's pretty heavy duty.
Never had it.
Well, we're close.
The
We can
res
make
made
her-
me nervous. All those stories about all those crazy fights at the res always made me nervous to go over
I
there.
don't want to. I don't know. Does that shit like make you speak to coyotes or some shit?
res weed.
Yeah,
No, I mean you can always talk to a coyote.
that's a good point. You really can.
Give me another one of those.
Yeah.
You can always talk to a coyote.
No, that's no shit though.
Yeah, you don't have to
You
have.
can talk to anything, man. You can talk to a tree.
I do.
I fucking yelled at a squirrel the other day.
Oh, dude, I had last time I went bow hunting, I was sitting there and a fucking squirrel was on a fucking branch above me, just chittering right at me.
Dude, oh,
I
dude,
was
one
like,
was
"You
talking
son of a
shit to
bitch."
He was
me.
mad, dude.
I
One
have
was
a
talking
video
shit
of
to
it.
me the other day
Oh
too.
my god, those little bastards! And do you talk to the dogs when you're
Oh, fuck
running?
yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I talk to all them dogs.
I know, dude. Some of the dogs on my route are like my best boys.
What do you think about? Yeah, some of them are really nice.
They're good
Some
boys.
of them are good
I
boys.
know there's good dogs.
and some of them are absolutely
Oh, dude,
insane
some of them
though.
are fucking
Like
crazy. Yeah.
oh, God, I don't.
You
I
know that
want, I
one-
want to tell you.
You know that
I
one-
want to say it without saying it. It's
Who's gonna hear it? No,
So-
who's gonna hear
well,
it?
I just can't. I shouldn't
right,
say the
hey,
address.
fuck
'cause
all
I
you
shouldn't
would-
either. We
It's a
shouldn't.
I think it's a felony for me to
But
say
okay,
the
I
address.
just want to
Don't
say,
say the
like,
address.
is it anywhere along Hancock Street?
There's one there
Okay.
that
on-
bitch.
on the
No,
south end
hey,
of,
gay
of
dog
the,
breed.
on the south
dog
end
breed.
of this street.
Dog breed.
Yeah, I think so. Well, let's see. I think so.
It is a yeah.
There's
it's
one-
south. It's south this street
I think
and-
so.
and Hancock
Deep
Street.
cuts.
Okay.
Up on the corner, far away. The
And
house
there's a
is
fence.
the house is far away.
And
there's
there's
a
a
fence.
Hey, Fence. If
Fence
you're
is not the
listening-
one I'm thinking of.
No.
Okay.
The one I'm thinking of has a pink collar and chases out into the
What?
street.
Hey, tell me the
Oh
dog.
no, this one's behind a fence. The one I'm thinking of.
How many people do you think in this city live in this town and
so
listen to this?
one
But
street over from where
maybe,
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
maybe.
That on that corner?
And there is a
that
fence.
dog is psycho.
That dog's psycho. Thank God he's in that fence, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He freaks the fuck out.
yeah.
I want to know the kind of dog, and you're not telling me.
I don't even know what to call it. I mean, it's like kind of like it reminded me of an Australian Shepherd, kind of,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's
You're on
not.
Hancock Street.
It's far back from the street.
Hey, Hancock,
I mean,
you
gotta get out
cocksucker.
of the
Yeah.
house to see it good. I mean, the dog freaks out when you're out at the street.
Yeah,
But-
no, the dude's a nice guy. I've
Oh,
talked
the
to
people
him.
there are nice.
It's just their dog just hates fucking mailmen or strangers.
And
or
that's
something.
you know what, man. I can understand.
At least he's a
it.
good yard
they're,
dog.
They're doing their job, and they're
Absolutely, they have that
Like-
fucker fenced
Whoa,
in.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
and
Well,
the people
like-
are doing their job, and like the dog technically is doing its job.
Yeah.
I mean that's what
Yeah.
it's supposed to do.
Sure,
The dog is supposed to.
it's
do
not
that.
an issue. I'm just saying that.
It's
dog
just
is
it's
tra-
freaky.
Is
It's freaky. It makes you nervous.
Yeah.
When dogs are acting, there's another house, old lady. She has like lattice in front of her front
Ooh.
door.
Oh,
she got
yes.
vines on it.
Those two. There's
They-
two.
Don't
one
reach
of
in
them,
there.
One of them. No.
Don't reach in.
One
there.
of them
Never
has
reach in
chilled out.
Yeah, I know.
Towards
Don't
me
do it.
anyway.
I put
But-
her packages on the outside part of the lattice.
that's what that bag is there for.
Yeah,
is for
yeah.
me to put shit in.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a nice gal too.
She's super nice, but her dogs,
Mm-hmm.
they go hoarse from. If I have a lot to go, like
they lose their voices.
they lose their voices because they're barking so hard.
Yeah.
And they're so little. And every single time that they've gotten on the other side and I didn't see it before I got out, they've been like, I'm like, yeah, you guys aren't so tough. So maybe you should chill out when you're
You're
behind
like the
there.
easiest
Like,
dog to kill.
yeah, like I could kick you over the house.
I think I could break them their necks with one
Oh,
hand.
they would not be an issue. Like they would,
Yeah.
it would not be a problem. And I don't want to have to do that. That's
Fuck
the.
no. I
So
mean, I
what are you
wouldn't.
trying to
What are they
say?
gonna-
Like enlightenment for a dog's hard to find, or what?
I mean, these dogs.
some
just
dogs,
need to,
man.
Some
Some
dogs,
dogs are
don't
just fucking
learn.
chill
They're
as
just-
fuck. And
Some
some
are
are awesome.
cool.
yeah.
Some are really great.
And then, but just don't forget, there are some out there that'll just fuck your ass up
They will.
if they get the chance.
They will.
I don't like a rude dog.
I don't like rude dogs.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody that you guys talked about is going to be listening to this, but you know, that
Highly
was
doubt
like I
it,
said,
but-
deep cut, deep cut.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think they'll be able to figure it out. There's a dog at every house on Hancock
I
Street.
think we covered our tracks pretty good.
Yeah,
we're
and
fine.
where are we even at? We're just in the Sandhills.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're listening to it. The voice of the Sandhills.
Yeah, yeah, ringing out from
If
from
I was
above.
that's a good. Why did any radio stations ever use that?
I don't
They should
know.
have.
Ainsworth probably does.
KBRB.
This is it. We will shout them out.
They were a good radio
KBRB
station.
Ainsworth, dude.
They saved me in the hayfield so hard.
Best radio.
that was so good.
They are.
Having something to listen to after being all day on a
They play
tractor.
like classic rock, right?
They play.
They played
Oh,
everything.
they play
There,
everything?
there was
Thank
country. There was
God.
classic rock.
Not
there was-
like they
I
don't
don't
play
know how they are
ish
anymore,
music
They don't play anything of today, but like you're gonna listen
to
you might-
separate trying to
you are
multi-genre.
not hearing pop, but you will hear like deep cuts of like, you know, Warren Van Zandt or whatever the Warren Zevron, just
Warren Zevon.
yeah, just
Yeah.
anybody, just fucking crazy
And
people.
Towns Van Zandt.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoever's-
Anybody, yeah,
Whoever's running their music selection has solid taste.
whoever
Yeah.
that is,
That's
there,
what I'll
yeah.
say.
It is the
They've got
best radio
real
station in
taste.
America. And then if you really want to hear like what a true American radio station still sounds like they do tell you like, and there's a fish fry over here in
Yeah,
Holt
yeah,
County,
for sure.
yeah, and there's a beef. You know,
Dude, I haven't listened.
they tell you the number of deer that gets shot every day, and then like
Yeah,
they'll be
that's
like in Rock County this afternoon there was 35
Yeah, right.
tags. I'm like, my God,
Yeah,
the
dude.
weather's out of the north, and this is like, and then they play a banger. and
That's
you're
a
like,
fucking
wow.
that's a classic station right there.
That's so
Fuck.
good.
There's nothing like that anymore.
No, yeah.
There's some dude, he's a fucking congressman. He's a radio head out of my fucking town, and his stations all suck. He owns numerous stations and TV stations and shit. I wanted to go into the radio. I know he was into the radio.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
Well, and they had
Yeah, I
a
went to
position
college
open, and I
for
was
it.
like, I'd go fucking be a radio guy. But I was like, do I really want to be a fucking radio guy to where I'm like, I can't say anything, and then the music all sucks? Like that would just.
Right.
Yeah, that's where
yeah,
I
I
would
know.
have to
That's the
draw
thing. It's like,
line,
can I at least be myself here? Or?
I had a buddy that
Yeah.
was working radio at nights, and like, it just he had no. Like, you would think like, oh, I'm the DJ guy, right? But like,
Yeah.
you don't really have any pull, and if you fuck around, they fire you. So like,
That's
way to make it yours.
Yeah,
No
right.
way to make it yours.
That's exactly why I wanted to do this, because I knew no radio station would ever let me do this
True.
the way I want to do it.
Well, and this isn't even radio. We're not even playing tunes. Like, if we could just play a tune
No,
every 32
I wanted
minutes.
it so bad when this app first came out,
What, Spotify?
the Spotify for podcasters thing.
Yeah.
At first, there was a way, like, they had it so, like, you could play their licensed music during the podcast.
Really?
But then that disappeared real quick.
Fuck.
I think that was just
That-
like bait, because I got like so
Honestly,
excited.
Yeah, well, that is a good deal.
That would have been a great deal,
Yeah.
but that's not where we're living right now, which blows. But someday, maybe we can. If I stop getting so lazy, because I don't edit this at all.
No, fuck
There's
the
no
editing.
bleeps. There's no nothing. I don't do anything. So
Because we're in a shop. We're buying Mazda. Look at the
we
scaffolding.
can't do it. We're
Look at the
Yeah.
four-wheeler
We're in
four-wheeler
between-
with
we're
two
in
different
between a-
wheels
This
on
is
it.
a classic shop, dude. It's
This
fucking,
is
well,
the-
not as it only classic. It's also
Okay.
fucking like above average.
Look,
and awesome.
and also, I mean, you want to talk about diversity? Ford, Polaris, Honda,
Yeah.
Polaris, John Deere. I think that one's a Can-Am.
John Deere.
That one's a Honda. That's a Craftsman, Kawasaki,
Oh, yeah.
Mazda.
Little tight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You see that Harley
There's just a
Davidson
loose
fucking,
engine in the corner.
That probably
which is
doesn't.
great.
Is
That's
that the
a sh-
steering wheel? Oh, that's the
Look.
three-wheel one.
There's a three-wheeler back there. Check
the
out
golf
that. Check
cart.
out that golf cart.
Yeah, the three-wheel
Oh,
golf
fuck
cart.
and
yeah,
that's
the
not-
the Harley golf cart.
It's three-wheeler.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
three-wheel golf cart.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think.
It certainly doesn't look like one.
Maybe it's not. Maybe
got
that's
three
not the
wheels.
one.
It
I
looks
think
like
it is.
two wheels
Am I
in the
tripping?
front to me.
No, like I believe the one is in the back.
The one would not be in the back.
Hold the hold
The
horn.
three-wheel golf cart.
That's not the one I think
The
it
one
is.
is in the front. On the three-wheel.
That's
golf
not the one I think it is.
cart. Oh, I swear to God, right?
It's a different one.
That's a different one.
Because everybody knows.
Because there was one, I believe.
Look at all the light
that
bar
had
on
it in the
there.
back.
Dude, fuck.
It was
yeah,
like one of the
light bar.
first ones.
The frogs are
obviously,
chirping.
before they
Let's go
realized
gigging.
how absolutely stupid that was. Yeah, and then the table saw is mine actually, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You ever have a barn dance out here? You ever bob for apples out here with like any bitches?
We've never bobbed for apples, but we've had a lot of like big family feasts out here.
Hell yeah.
This is
Clean the
good for
place
that.
This
up.
is a perfect spot for that.
Clean the place up. You can run tables up and down here, and then
Amen.
up there, and then when everything's done and over with, those TVs are synced up, so they'll both play.
My mom's
Like the
friend had a
same.
big shop, and she would do like princess parties for like people and like bachelorette parties and shit. And she would throw a hootenanny of a hoedown for Halloween shit. She'd get all the Baptist kids together. Long story short, yeah, watch some fucking sluts bob for apples. It's the first
Nice.
night I ever drank. We got in trouble because somebody said that there were shooters at the party, and so his dad
Whoa.
yelled at us, "What a bunch of bitches!" You never, whatever. When did you guys experiment with alcohol?
I think you might have been there my first time drinking, Schneid.
When was that?
I think we went out
I
to
remember most of them. So
Maybe it wasn't you. I went out to Scout 40.
Oh, you were at Scout 40 with me for sure. Was
Yeah,
that?
okay.
Did we go into that
It was
creepy
ju-
bathroom
No.
and smoke?
No.
Okay.
I didn't smoke. I
time-
don't think you were there.
Okay.
I
I
went
wasn't.
with-
I wasn't there that time then.
With different people, I think. I went with Scurv.
Who's Scurv?
You know Scurv, dude.
Mm.
Scurvy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Well, that's who I went out there with him once too.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was. Yeah.
He was
took
there
us.
for me. But
yeah.
we like camped out there so our parents wouldn't catch us. Because nobody's parents were gone.
Yeah. We did too.
I got
And it
drunk
was,
with some hoes.
Hell, your first time?
Well, my first time I got drunk, I was 9.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, that was with some male role models and like my father and stuff.
I mean, like,
What are we
you mean
talking
like,
about?
are
The
you
first
talking
time
like a
we're
sip of beer,
experimenting-
or are you
we're
talking
talking-
like
Oh,
getting
no,
drunk?
You said
like, I was
experimented with
drunk.
alcohol. Are you talking
Experimenting?
about-
Oh, experimenting, dude. My fucking parents probably gave me alcohol to experiment with before my conscience was ever formed. I was probably an infant, and I was teething.
Wild.
And then I was 9 the first time. I drank like a whole teacup. So I'd probably say 2.5 shots, maybe 3.
Of beer?
No,
Liquor?
of like fucking old granddad whiskey.
Wow.
Because we were logging, we had to go chop the wood,
Oh, well,
and so we
fucking A.
chopped.
You better
we
take a
chopped
fucking
up
shot
wood,
of
and then
whiskey.
it was freezing. It was
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
freezing.
No, that's a good call.
And so then
It's good parenting.
Yeah, and then I ate a bunch of Twizzlers. I thought it was good parenting. I learned something. I learned how to drive that weekend too.
Learned how to drink and
Hey,
drive at
man.
the same time.
And then I obviously like sipped liquor, but then like the first time I really got fucked up, I was like 14, and there was this 18-year-old girl that was pedophiling me around. So
Nice.
whatever.
Was she hot?
No, Butterface.
Darn it.
Well,
That's
Butterface.
okay.
I mean,
Body okay?
Yeah, but she's a hoe. Just a hoe, and like still just a hoe.
I mean, that does hurt, but also you.
Yeah,
might
but
as
what?
well
Yeah,
do
it's
it, you
all.
know?
It was a bad move.
I don't know a single man that wouldn't at that
Right.
age. I mean,
at that age, yeah, right.
I would have. I wanted to. I mean, I kind of sort of saw a college chick for a while when I was like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. And it was great tits, but illegal.
For her.
She was 22 and I must have been
A lot of
16,
pedophile women out there.
17.
She
maybe.
was a sophomore in college, and she was 22.
She was dumb.
She was dumb. No,
She taught me what liberalism was.
Oh boy.
So I'm still a liberal today, so what does that say? Or not liberal, libertarian. Sorry,
There
I
you
said that
go.
right. She taught me what libertarian was.
Oh, she must have been a hoot.
She was fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you
Didn't get all the way.
proceed in
but
coitus? No.
Not all the way.
That's
we
too
did
bad.
we did some skin to skin hand stuff.
Ooh, I love hand stuff's fun.
Not bad.
There's
But,
strippers that
I
give you
mean-
hand stuff.
Yeah, there are.
There's,
But
I mean,
But how many 22 sophomores in college are gonna give you? A
she was
hand job
friends
when
with a
you're-
girl that I ended up dating right afterwards.
Oh really?
honestly,
Yeah,
some
do
of
you
those
remember
girls.
the girl? She had black hair. She was from
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
She worked at the grocery store.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So me and her were just friends. We went to go see her boyfriend who was in college in Norfolk.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, Northeast.
And she had a friend for me who was going to Wayne.
Yeah.
And she drove over from Wayne, and we hung out in the dorm room.
Dirty bitch.
Yeah. and
Where
we
in
talked a lot.
Northeast?
Yeah, at Northeast in the dorms.
Oh.
And then we left there, and turns out he had been cheating on her a bunch. And then me and that other
You
girl
say
didn't work out,
he's
so then
just
me
a
and
friend.
that girl started dating.
Right.
The
And
22-year-old.
that ended terrible. No, not the 22-year-old.
Oh, the other
No,
one.
the other one.
The other one.
Hmm.
The one that he was friends with.
Yeah. I did not treat her well. I was not.
You know?
I did until I didn't.
Hmm.
Like I cheated on her, and that
what was
not
she
good.
like dating?
Very caring.
Really?
It was very like
Well,
she.
why you
she
were
gives
you
a
an asshole to her?
I wasn't an asshole. I was stupid. I was still rebounding.
True,
Like
gotcha,
at the
gotcha.
time, I didn't realize it,
Yeah.
but I was like, I was just rebounding around because I had had my heart broken by a dirty whore
Yeah.
from that same town. Do you remember her?
Yeah, which I can't believe you fucking.
Does it start with an
I
E?
can't believe, huh?
What
She's
town is it?
awful.
Give me the first letter.
An E, yeah. An
E?
Yeah.
Oh, like when you're grossed out.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's okay.
Yeah, who cares?
Those two aren't listening to this for sure.
Oh, those dirty bitches. You dirty small town
Anyway, I
sluts.
treated her poorly, and that is actually one of my proudest moments. That she tried to forgive me for cheating on her, and I said no. She was like, "I'll forgive you," and I was like, "Yeah," and I really want.
I mean,
that.
but the
and
thing
that would
is,
be
tonight she was way better than the first one.
yeah, she was, and I was like, "Here's the thing, like, I don't want you to live all fucked up and like worried about it happening again. So like, I'm clearly not okay. Like." So,
and
like,
it
maybe we
affected
should-
him still and forever.
It is. Anyway, Taylor, I
What-
actually
what
have
do you
something
want?
for you. The one thing I've pre-prepared for this show forever, and this feels like a good time for
Okay,
it.
what do you got?
Another piece to add to my favorite segment that we've only done once.
What?
Can you guess?
Which one? No.
White people with black people
white
problems.
people with white people with black people problems. What do you got? What do you got this week?
I have been ashy as fuck lately.
I've been ashy as fuck. Yeah,
That
dude,
is not
retweet that. I've been ashy as fuck
white
too.
retweet
Really?
hashtag white people get ashy too.
White, yeah. Well, white people, you just can't see it on them.
I don't think we need to take anything more from him.
I'm not trying to take it from them.
Some
I'm trying to
lotion?
raise awareness.
No, just the-
I'm trying to be an advocate.
The
Okay, that's
ashiness.
fair.
The ashiness. I would say probably on average, white people are probably.
We just call it
drier.
dry skin. Let's just call it dry skin.
Yeah, we're
That
probably
is what it
we're
is.
probably
people,
drier than
white
black
people call it dry skin.
I see black people that look really hydrated. Their skin looks very moist.
Dude, me too.
All
A
time.
lot. I
Yeah.
rarely see an ashy for black person. Anymore.
White people don't.
I do too.
White people don't
I
glow.
mean, I also see it regularly.
Usually the only ashy people I end up seeing are the homeless. So
right.
and it's I can, that's fine.
I
get
wonder
it.
why.
You can't afford lotion, I suppose.
Right.
It's not that they can't afford.
Let's start
it, it's
putting
they
that in the
don't
goodie
want it
bags:
enough.
toothbrush, socks.
They don't want it enough.
lotion.
You can't help them.
I've recently become a lotion man.
I've started to.
I used to think it was gay.
16-year-old me is definitely calling me a fag.
Yeah,
that's
but
for
I'm
sure.
just like, dude, that's so dumb because I mean,
It
fucking
is.
A.
Taking care of yourself. That's
Taking care
gay.
of your skin. Like, you're
It's
gay.
fucking stupid.
Put some nutrients in that bitch.
You guys don't believe you didn't do lotion for years?
No,
Is that
dude.
what I'm
No.
hearing?
We thought it was
I
gay,
didn't.
dude.
Lotion's gay.
Lotion.
not.
Well, lotion is gay.
Lotion's super.
I think
gay.
as you get older, you just get more comfortable with gay.
well, that's
shit.
why you don't use lotion. You use moisturizer.
I don't necessarily know. if
Use
lotion,
skin moisturizer, not lotion.
You need
True.
to use beef tallow.
hand lotion. Hand lotion is not as gay as lotion.
You need to use beef tallow.
No, especially when you're delivering that shit. Like
Oh yeah, in
Oh,
the winter
yeah.
time, you got
Fucking
them
hang
dry
it. Your
hands
hands dry
touching
as
on that
fuck.
paper.
between the paper and all the cardboard.
Oh
and
my
everything,
God,
Yeah.
you're
it
just
sucks all the moisture right out of your hands.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
you're just fiending for a paper cut, aren't you?
Oh, I've been getting a couple lately, so that's not
Try
good.
beef tallow.
That means I must be.
Try beef tallow.
Try beef.
Nah, dude,
Beef
working
tallow
hands,
can't
man. You ever get-
O'Keefe's
you ever
working
use
hands.
O'Keefe's working
No.
hands.
Oh
Is
shit.
that where it's at?
I don't believe in the chemicals. I'm telling you, I'll laugh.
They also make another one
put
that's
me in
called
beef tallow.
Duke's hand lotion or something.
utter balm.
Okay.
Something
Get
like
that
that.
shit
That's
for
what
the
I
cow
Get
got.
some
titties.
udder balm.
Get that shit for the cow titties when the cow titties
Yeah,
are
do
dry.
whatever, man. Get something on them hands.
I do. I need to get something on these grabbers,
Get
on these
something
dick
them
beaters.
fucking-
Soak 'em in
fucking
milk.
Mitts, dog.
I know. I need to heal them up.
Soak them in rice water.
What's
There
that
you
gonna
go.
do?
You ever drink horchata?
I mean, yeah.
How'd
Yeah.
that make you feel?
Okay.
Oh, see, well, let's make
it didn't change my world.
Oh well, soak your
I don't
hands.
get it.
I don't know.
I don't get boba tea either. I don't understand that shit
Oh,
at all.
with the little balls in
Yeah.
it.
That doesn't
you don't
make
like
any-
the little poppy balls. in the
First of
boba
all, I
tea?
don't like the taste of that stuff, and it
Well,
just
there's
seems
different
weird.
flavors.
Well, sure, there's different flavors.
It's just so
but
like
it's-
sugar. It's very sugary to me.
it seems like somebody made tapioca wrong.
Yeah,
That's what it seems
maybe.
like to me. But I don't know.
I love pudding.
I love pudding too, but I
Dude,
don't
yeah,
want it
true.
runny.
Dude, boba
I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't want
right.
it water.
I don't
Man,
know.
tapioca pudding though. Goddamn,
I do. I don't actually. I don't know why that was always such a like an old person thing. That's good stuff.
Oh,
actually.
I like it.
A good
It was-
tapioca.
when I was a kid, I think that might have been my favorite.
They serve
I
that at
like
the
it.
fish fry. They serve that, then they have chocolate with marshmallows and chocolate
Bro,
chips in it.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Right next to cheesy taters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Did you hand me
Dude,
a
I
beer?
love a good like potluck bullshit thing like that.
I try to roll with stuff like that. You know, everything just. What are you looking for?
Did I ask you to hand me? Did I?
No, do you want
have
another
a
beer?
Yeah, I do. I thought I asked you for one,
Sorry.
but I must have forgot.
Bad bartender.
You're a fine bartender. You're a fine
You're doing
bartender.
great. You're doing
You can't bartend if I'm not asking for one.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I thought I did, but if I would have asked, I know you would have handed it to me. We'll run the tape back and we'll find out eventually.
Yeah, we do need to figure that out though.
We'll and you know what's great?
What?
Internet's up and running in this wilderness. So I mean, I could share this to you, and we could
You got Starlink?
we could review it tomorrow and still release on Thursdays.
That's the plan.
Isn't
Look
that
at you
crazy?
guys.
This could be. Look at that turnaround time.
Man.
I
This
could
is
I
getting
could
to be
I
a
could
pretty
technically
efficient
upload it
deal
tonight.
here.
It could be done tonight.
Whoa.
But
Why
we,
take
we
early
always
Early
listen.
release. I don't know, dude. Do you think the fucking world can handle an early release of Unpastured?
No, not of this. This just.
I think you guys better
It
wait
would
till Thursday.
it would be midnight. I mean that is 2 hours.
It is. You know, yeah. What is today? Wednesday? Shit. Tomorrow's
Today is
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
Thursday.
Yeah, never mind. You better just. We better just put it
Yeah,
up.
we've released them all on Thursdays.
Oh,
Except
really?
except the first two. I think I released on like a Monday night, and I released them at the same time.
I don't know what happened. is
I don't know.
happening.
I don't pay attention.
what you
hardly
do.
anymore.
It's been weird. We haven't talked about comedy or anything this time around.
This is great. That's because we have somebody different in the room.
Yeah, good God. Oh, my God. We're stressed out people. You know, this is probably the... You look well-rested. That's probably the most well-rested I've seen him look in a while.
That's because I actually slept for the first time in days.
Good for you, man.
God damn
Oh,
it.
Good sleep
fuck,
is
dude.
such a fucking.
Oh, and I really killed myself. I mean, I drove down.
He was in his mailman
night.
uniform doing comedy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Comedy?
You're-
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I worked all day, and then I drove down there, did the set, did the show, and then drove all the way back and worked the next morning.
Wow, dude.
And he did that all on horseback.
I know.
Isn't that wild?
God.
It fucking killed me. It was a rough couple days, but I do feel better now. Because I got like maybe 8 or 9 hours of sleep.
That's
last
solid.
night.
That's what you need right there.
Yeah.
I think I got 10. I slept for like
Yeah, of course
that's
you did.
all right.
Yeah. Look at you. You look handsome as fuck.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
You look like if Prince Charming drove a fucking
Thank you.
Firebird.
thank you.
That's perfect.
I slept so well, and then I woke up to eggs and coffee. So
Oh, nice.
Oh my God. Over medium.
Oh,
He's got yeah, a little
he's
soft.
he's got himself a good woman. Is what
Yeah.
he's got.
Oh,
Well,
good
that's
for
what
you,
you need to
dude.
do. You need to move in with your woman or get her moved in
I'm
with you.
fucking driving.
Move her out
What?
here, dude.
I tried, dude. She
Shit.
won't do it.
Why?
She's too much of a city girl.
Yeah,
No, she
dude,
ain't.
You can't
Dude,
move your
I
bike
can
here
get-
to the
Nah,
store.
here's
Got
what I
the
think.
sticks.
Bring her the
And I can say this
fuck
because she
out
doesn't
here.
listen to this, but
Good.
eventually, I think I can get her to live in a small town a little bit outside of city. I think I can get 20 minutes
Dude, you-
away from a city, and that's not far enough for me, but I think that's
Like,
something
what
I
do you
can
mean
live
outside the city? We talking like
Like-
Elkhorn or we talking Wahoo?
with. There's a bunch of other smaller towns.
I know,
that are
but
like
I'm just
in,
saying like
like in
distance
the in between. Like I'm talking like 20 minutes, and you can be in Omaha.
Gotcha.
shopping.
Where?
Gotcha.
Where? What part of Omaha?
I don't know.
Because
man.
20 minutes to what part, dog?
20 minutes to the edge, brother.
What part? Oh, to the edge.
To the edge. There's shopping centers all around the edge.
I know.
As long as
the
you
whole
stay in, as
fucking
long as you
place.
stay in Nebraska,
Dude, I fucking hate
you
it.
can. I mean, oh,
Here's
dude,
the thing. Here's
dude,
the thing.
that
Here's-
killed those people when I called Council Bluffs a shitty part of Omaha.
Well, it is.
They loved it,
Here's the thing.
except for the guy that bought me a beer while I was on stage,
Very nice.
and then
Yeah,
and then I called his hometown the shittiest part of Omaha. I said I was driving around the bad part of Omaha. Maybe you've heard of it, Council Bluffs. He goes, "That's where I'm from."
Shouts out to Whiskey Dicks.
That was a good show.
That's funny. One time, speaking of shit like
Anyway.
that, one time when I got done playing a show, a guy came up and fucking asked me for my pick, which was weird.
Oh, that
'Cause I'm
feels
like-
weird, doesn't it?
Well, because I'm like, dude,
Any kind of
like
record. Yeah.
we're not like good, you know. Like when we were just started.
Yeah.
So he asked me, and I was like, okay. I was like, is it all right? And I was fucking hammered too. And I was like, will you still take it if I shove it down my pants and rub it on my dick? He was like, yeah.
Wow, what a guy.
I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So I did it, handed it to him, and he took it.
Well, that's what you do, Brad. You move people with your music.
I guess. Dude, I could not fucking believe it.
Isn't that weird? Isn't it weird when people treat you like that?
Yeah, I hate that.
you hate that?
I do.
Oh, I love a
Oh,
submissive
really?
little
The
bitch.
comedy you beg for, like,
Oh my
that's
God.
all you want.
'Cause
All
here's
you
the
want,
deal,
because
like, most
you get
people hate
ignored.
it.
I suppose that's what you're trying to get them
yeah.
to do, though, right? I mean,
No.
Yeah, not really, but like it's what it
comedy's
is
stupid.
it's validation on whether or not, because there's a lot of nights that I'll go up and I'll do something and I'll get off stage and people will be like, you did good, and I'll be like, I didn't think so. Like it's like what it is. You want the crowd to think you were good.
yeah.
You want
yeah.
So like
you want
Yeah,
your
you want
thought.
your name and your like them to remember you.
Right.
So like, it's very validating to be outside smoking a cigarette and somebody's leaving the show. And they're like, "Hey, you were really funny."
yeah, they
Despite
remember
a complete stranger.
I think
Yeah, for
comedy is taking somebody who sees the world their way, and then what you have to do is bring them over into your head and your eyes
right.
and say,
yeah.
"You ever look at it like this?" And some people,
Well, that's what any art form is, really.
well, yeah, realistically, yeah,
You know,
but like,
but I mean, you guys, yeah, definitely do.
we
it.
haven't mentioned this at all. Brad plays music. He does shows.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we just do covers and shit. But yeah, it's fun.
You have a good time.
I
You got
believe it.
wigs.
they got
You-
wigs.
You got
We'll-
wigs.
we'll
You
put on a
bust
pretty
it
good
down.
party.
You bust it down. Every show I've been to has been good.
Thank you.
You can shout them out if you want. You'll get 3 views.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Ren and Red show, baby.
Hell yeah.
Ren and
Yeah,
Red.
dude.
What kind of
stuff.
like what do you sing here?
Oh, about anything. Classic rock, country.
He's available for weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras.
Yep.
What else is there? Retirement
Oh,
parties.
there's lots of shit.
You polka?
Polka? No,
No polka. No polka. There is. There's a dying polka.
There's an
dude.
untapped market.
No, for real, dude. You ever been to a
Polka
good
market.
polka? Oh my
dude,
never been-
polka
I
is
fucking
pretty lit.
doodly-doodly-doodly-doodly.
My
banging.
great uncle was in a polka band.
God,
They
I
could fucking rip.
love polka. I went to one like Pierce, where I like by where I live. They still try to put on. They bring a polka act in every once in a while, and
Yeah,
I
dude.
fucking love. There's something about slurping down a beer, eating a fucking
Dude,
big
you
old
can get
brat
drunk
and-
as fuck, and then if you want to go out, like that is easy music to go out and groove to,
Oh, and
dance to.
You better learn. Yeah, you got to swing it.
Yeah,
But
right.
People used to bitch about it, but the radio station here that I don't want to shout out.
bro. Yeah,
They
polka
used to-
music in the
do
morning.
They still
do
they
it
Still do it
before
I
9
haven't
a.m.
listened-
and it's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did the polka hour.
Do you guys get a
There's an
res
hour
radio
of polka.
station where you get some of that native shit?
No,
I would pick up some of that. One
This
time,
is
when we would
the
ever-
Eagle. You know, like,
yeah, there would be times that we would be going up to Santee to go to the casino because you can go to that
'Cause it was-
because
you
you
go
can go
there when
you're
you're 18.
When you're 18, you
Oh.
can go there because there's no tables; it's machines
Yep.
only.
Yep.
yeah.
And free popcorn, free pop. Did you ever go to the old one, Brad? Or were
Yeah,
you always
yeah.
in the newest one?
No, I went to
That
the
old one was a banger.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was a great. The new one.
The one.
it
by
new
took-
one's-
it,
you said Santee.
it's still good.
I went to the
The
new one. Did the new one
No,
come
starts
when,
with O.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Their
Ever had
old. Their old one was
They got good
so
food
much
there?
fun.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. The one time I went up there, it was like endless crab legs.
Oh
And
yeah.
We filled up.
Well, the Hill does
three of
that
it-
too, or they used to.
3 of us did 5 buckets worth of crab legs. 5 gallon buckets worth of crab legs.
Damn, dog.
That's a lot
Me
crab
and-
legs.
5 gallon buckets.
That's
dude.
25
That's
gallons.
where we put the discards. They
Oh,
took it
really?
away 5 times.
Yeah, I got you.
They would
gotcha.
bring stuff in, and like that was like where you.
Sure.
They took that away.
How many
5
dudes?
times? 3 of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. You
That's
know, you really
reasonable.
like crab legs.
There's not that much.
There's
in it.
really not a whole
really
lot there.
not that
You got to
much.
kind of have quite a few of them to get like full on crab.
We talked about this before.
Just crab legs.
Brad, you ever had lobster?
No, I have not.
Okay.
And that's
Then I don't.
that's
I don't
something
want to
wanna
take your
change.
opinion. I would be willing to try it again, but I
Yeah.
finally had it. I had it.
Oh,
in
you're gonna
Miami,
bitch about
and I was
lobster?
like-
No, I'm not gonna bitch about
I'm not-
lobster.
I
I'm
wasn't
telling him he's
bitching.
fucking wrong, dude. You've never.
I just didn't think it was that. I
No,
thought
I'm
that,
talking
I
to
thought
you
it wasn't
about
worth
yeah,
the
he's
hype.
he's fucking wrong.
I wasn't bitching. I just
Oh.
I think it's overpriced. And I don't
Overrated?
think it was worth. I don't think it was worth all the effort.
Yeah,
That's
but you know what?
legitimate
People
opinion.
think that
Maybe.
about steak, and then you're
But
like, "Well, have
I'm
you
also-
ever had a?"
Yeah.
Here's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Every lobster I've had, which has only been 3, it tasted like shit.
Oh,
So
they cooked it
Wow.
wrong.
it could
Where
be
did you
cooked
eat these
wrong.
lobster?
Not 2 of them in not a place
To be
in
eating
Omaha.
lobster.
Where?
In Omaha.
Name them.
Oh.
Tell them they're bad.
I won't do that. But
Well,
because
you
it might
just
not have been bad, it might just be me.
Name
but
the state. I mean, have you eaten
It was
them
in Nebraska, and then in
all
Miami.
3 times,
No,
and then in Miami.
Then I had one in Miami.
Okay.
At a lobster.
and was
shack.
that one good?
It was edible.
Here's what I'm gonna
Like
tell
it
you.
was okay.
Do you know anything about where they fucking get lobsters from? They sure as fuck ain't down in the fucking South. You're not gonna sit here.
Bro,
and
you
lie
got to
to
go
me.
to Boston. I feel
They
like.
can stay colder
and then I'm
longer
willing
in the
to, what I'm
plane.
willing to say is I'll try it again.
Yeah, you'll
I'll try
fuck
it
it.
there, but like I just think
I feel like you gotta go
every
up to
time I've had it, I
Massachusetts
was
or
like,
some shit.
Yeah, I will try it there.
I don't
but
know.
I feel like that would be good lobster.
I met these people. They're fishing guides up in Alaska, and they
Oh,
made
that would probably be good too.
They brought this guy made a meal. It was Father's Day, and they have a fly fishing lodge in Montana, and my friend lived
fucking
there, so
awesome.
I was there, and they brought out like he fucking. I've never had so much shit like these big raw shrimps. What are they called? Ceviche. Sound right?
prawns.
No idea.
What are you talking?
They were prawns, but they were like maybe that they were raw, and then they were served with like capers and shit. And then he had like halibut steaks. Holy fuck! Yeah, and I was edible high as fuck, but you know it was a good time. That's
Yeah.
all I got. I got nothing more than that. I guess there's
Cool.
really no education there about anything logical.
That's okay.
But yeah, shouts out to Chrome Chasers in Bozeman, Montana.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Montana's awesome.
Rick and Morty.
I would love.
Rick and Morty. What was her name? She's, it doesn't matter. Hi guys.
Okay.
How are you back here now?
Yeah.
Are you back in the
Back to
shop
planet
with
Earth.
us? you went somewhere else. You went to Montana for a minute.
Yeah.
there.
Dude, we need to go to Montana. We definitely need to go to Montana.
I know. I've been hearing it for 6
I
months.
went to Missoula and went and saw a concert in like a what do you call it? The outside.
Amphitheater.
Yes, thank you. And it was fucking sweet, dude. It's like surrounded by mountains and shit. The amphitheater.
Yeah,
Fuck
Montana's
it's amazing.
It's gonna.
And the weed fucking knocked me on my
The
ass.
weed is great in Montana.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's going to be a bunch
It
of
doesn't
people
take
from
much.
California move there, and
Oh,
that's what
fuck,
ruined it.
I know.
So,
But
like,
they're gonna
it's
ruin
still a
it.
big
They ruin
state.
everything.
They ruin everything. It's still a big state. But
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's going to turn into
Well,
similar to Colorado.
Missoula is like that though. You can definitely tell it has a kind of a liberal vibe.
Oh,
And I think it's going to
dude.
turn. It could turn.
Oh, it
more.
definitely turned. Bozeman was used to be fucking kind of rowdy, right?
Yeah.
And then last time I was there, the Legion Club was still decent price drinks. I had a whiskey next door. It was a $15 shot. I went over to the
Whoa.
Legion. Yeah, I went over to the Legion. He's like $6. I was like, this is right. These are, but there was furries on the street.
Wow.
On the street?
On the street, and then it's a crazy
No,
place.
that's
'cause,
something I've never seen.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
it's just it's not what it used to be. Bozeman, now it's Blowsman, dude. That's
Yeah. Wow.
which
That
is
was
fine.
nice.
I mean, and blowing men is fine if you're wanting to do it, but
Speak
you
for
just
yourself.
don't.
I don't think you got to do it in the street. You
Well,
like
don't,
blowing
yeah,
men or
don't
what?
be doing it in the street, and don't take away what a place used to be.
Yeah.
But it's all hijacked, and then I don't know. I knew there's a horse lady out there. There's lots of horse ladies.
I
in
mean, there's a
Montana.
shitload of horse
Yeah.
ladies in Montana. That's where you would find
Well,
horse ladies.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you were going to ask me, where do you find a horse lady? I would say
I would say
Montana.
Texas or Montana. Yeah,
Uh.
Texas or Montana. I don't know. It's a cool state, though. You can do a lot. It's huge. It's a big state.
Or upstate New York. Isn't there a lot of horses around there?
Yeah,
Well,
but they're all
certainly.
race horses.
Yeah, they're like Saratoga.
That's like
and
money,
shit.
money,
You ever,
money.
you ever
horse.
seen
Yeah.
a preppy horse? Oh.
Yeah.
I have to pee.
I mean, there is something kind of cool
I
about that.
also have to pee.
Let's do this.
Do a
Let's
break?
We're gonna do
Should
a
we
pause.
do a
and
little
smoke.
pause?
We
All
gotta
right,
come
let's
come
do
back.
that.
We
Let's
should
do
we
it.
should do a pause and come
Yeah.
back.
What
Okay.
time are we at? What time are we at? What time are we
Don't
at?
worry about all that.
No, don't tell me. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me.
We're 51 right now.
That's good.
perfect.
All right, we started. That's when. All right, good.
I
good,
think
good.
that's a good. I want to keep going though. We're
I do
Yeah,
too,
catching
man.
a stride.
I'll do a
That'd be good.
4-hour one. I gotta urinate though.
Hell yeah.
I do have to piss.
All right, let's go.
No,
Yeah.
well, that's a hell of a move.
Well,
What
I don't
else
know
are you
what,
gonna do in a
dude,
hotel?
You know what?
No,
Yeah, what
I
else are you
guess.
fucking gonna do? People live for all the wrong reasons now. I don't fucking get it. There used to be a time where I was doing comedy in Sioux City, and these fucking people. This lady gets up and she's like, "Oh, and we went on these." They're having threesomes all the time, is their
Wow.
deal, all different kinds because they're trying to save their marriage. And this poor guy just looked.
That's the way to do it.
Were you there that night? No.
I don't think so. I've only been to there. I was only there the one night that their soundboard burnt out, so we had to. By the time you and I went, we had to do it all Greek style, where we just had to yell over the bar
Hell yes, dude.
and just do it by voice.
Fucking
And it
Aristotle
actually
type shit.
went pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
They definitely let me go overtime. For
Well, yeah,
sure,
they like good
because-
comedians. See, that's why I told you this is a place you would enjoy.
Yeah, because I did 5 minutes for sure in my brain. I was like, I know I did 5 minutes for sure, and I hadn't seen a light yet. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just tell these jokes. And then one of those didn't go over well, but the rest did. I got them back. I got them back by the end of it.
That's the place where that was the first ever mic I ever did was there.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's the one reason why I was like, I know some of this stuff hits because
The first one I did was in Lincoln, and it made me so sad.
such a
It made me so. I have it on video.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have my very first open mic on video.
That's rough.
That's hot.
I got 8 of my friends to come because I was like,
I went.
if I don't have somebody there that's going to make fun of me
Yeah.
for the rest of my life for bitching out, I will bitch out when I get there.
Really? That's how you.
I wasn't sure. I was
You
like,
did
I
it
might
Nerve
bitch out.
wracking, though.
I went solo.
Like
I went solo there, and then I was in Omaha, and I went solo to the back line.
I went
Nice.
solo. I had a couple friends come with me, but one of them was also trying it. The second time I went in Lincoln, and then the third one I went to was in Miami, and that was a whole different experience.
Did you have to speak Spanish?
No. I only had one joke that did good. 2 actually, because when I first walked up there, I forgot fucking as soon as that light. They had a bright spotlight. They had that old school, like the old school spotlight we had for 1X.
Yeah, yeah.
That one. They had
Hell
that,
yes.
and it was maybe 15 feet away from you,
Right in your
and
eye.
right in the fucking eye.
Oh yeah.
And it blasted me, and I was like, "Wow, that's just like that, Men in Black thing. It flashes in the eyes, and you forget all your jokes."
Mm.
And that didn't go great. And
Really?
then, yeah. There was a chuckle.
Yeah.
But it was
Never
now,
compliment.
now
never
is
comment the light.
now is yeah. You never mention the
Dude,
lights.
it doesn't matter how fucked up the lights are.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up
Yeah.
and do your
Yeah.
job.
I didn't know that yet, but anyway.
I know that's
Right,
number
right.
three.
That's something
That's how
you
you
learn.
learn
That was number
That's-
3
That's
in
something
Miami.
you hear every single
Yeah, yeah.
Every single comic says that when
I
they go on
gotcha.
stage.
lights.
Like, oh, these lights are bright up here. Like, there's always something like that. Somebody always. Like,
there's a lot of judgment.
there's
Yeah,
so
for
much
sure.
judgment.
Like in
comedy.
music, in music, people, I've been to like even in those open mics if they're doing a cover, like if you miss strum a little bit, as long as you
Nobody gives a shit.
you're there.
Yeah.
Comedy,
You get sympathy.
comedy,
claps.
you will get nailed for saying
Yeah.
like the wrong word.
Right.
well, and you deserve it,
And you
then,
do. Like, that's the
you
only
do
way you get
deserve
better.
it because it's
Like,
not fair. Like
True.
it's not fair. Like you're up here with your words. You're not.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What a bunch of fucking idiot clowns.
We're all idiots.
God, these
True.
people.
These
You want to
people.
meet fucked up people. I think that's the way to do.
Brad's come to the open.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
think
been
you've been
w-
there
I've
since
been
I started
to-
hosting it.
No, I haven't. I've
Oh
been-
my
I
God!
went
You
to
wanna-
one open mic with you
But yeah, he rode with me down there
and
once.
watched you.
Oh, it's you want to talk about?
And
a
I
turn of
and I
events.
sucked
A turn
so
of
bad.
events.
When was
Oh
the-
yeah, dude.
When was the last time you saw me? Was that at the show at the Handle Bend?
Yeah.
Oh, I sucked. Then
You don't want to know
I
what's
mean-
funny?
you didn't
maybe
suck.
maybe
Like,
not that show.
you
but
weren't.
like,
You weren't like killing it. or
here's the
nothing.
thing. I
You
feel like
just did,
I feel like I get better every week. So like,
Yeah.
if you see me like 3 weeks ago, I'll think that I was shitty then.
Right.
So like,
Oh, that's how I am
feel
too,
like I
yeah.
feel like every week I get just a little better at
Absolutely.
something until I
Right.
bomb. Then once you bomb hard,
Nah, that's
then it
all part of
sucks.
it.
I would say that.
Oh,
Luke,
bombing is necessary.
Yeah.
You see, you've seen one of my classic lines when I'm bombing. I'll be standing on stage if I'm doing real bad, and I'll be like, "We're just gonna sit in this for a minute. We're
Yeah.
gonna sit in this. We're gonna soak it up." And a lot of people, they'll bomb and they'll leave the mic.
Ooh.
They'll
I've done
get
that.
the,
I'll
like,
run away. I got you.
I mean,
I-
I mean,
I'll run
I'm not
outside.
judging if someone does.
and leave.
I'll
I
run.
won't.
I'll
leave,
run outside
leave.
and smoke a cigarette, but then I'll go back inside and I'll fucking I make it a point to sit in the stink I created
Oh,
just to teach me
you
a
still
lesson.
got to be in
Yeah.
that room.
Like where
you got to see the next three
yeah,
comedians
yeah.
at least. Yeah,
I have
people
to, I
run
have
away.
to come back in and sit because
Well, you got to
I
fucking
mean-
force yourself to experience the shame
Well, and you
Yeah,
also
you
need
have
to
to.
support
because
the
that's
art.
how you. Yeah.
that's how you learn
true.
to not do it.
Honestly, people that bail early are like, "What the fuck do you got better to do?" And that that sounds nuts. But like at some point,
You're right though.
like,
That's how I feel.
I don't know. I listen to a lot of people. There's podcasts all over, and like they say, like one of the things that you're going to learn the most is like it's at times that are inconvenient for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
sometimes when you stretch, you know, there's muscles when you're exercising. It's those last few reps. Well, like when you're like, man, I could really get some sleep. Sleep when you're dead, motherfucker. You might learn something. Instead of
Yeah,
going home at
right,
9:30, you know what? You can go home at 11:15, and maybe there'll be a fucking thing that you weren't ready for, or that you're gonna get taught in that 45 minutes that you gave yourself to kind of fuck off and maybe see the world for what it is.
Right.
Maybe I'm crazy. What do you think, Lucas? I mean, comedy seems
You're
to be
right.
like
I
a
just
lot
fucking
of this
faced that tonight, man. Shania just texted me at like I don't know 8:15.
This is the last minute.
Good.
Once again,
Welcome.
I've surprised you with it.
And I was like,
Yeah, you
"God
keep-
damn it.
I-
I was
I gotta
chilling
bring
on my
people.
couch.
I just
You didn't want to
had
do
a-
this?
At first I was like, I think
This
I'm
is
gonna
as
tell him.
unpasteurized as it gets. There's no fucking drywall on the walls. It's still insulated. There's got heated
Insulated
floors
as
and
fuck.
oxyacetylene ready to rip, dude.
Hell
Yeah, dude, oxyacetylene and a welding. We could take something apart and put it back together,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, we could.
and we could do it.
Let's do it.
Should we? Should we just fuck with one of these vehicles
got-
my dad's working on? Should we just try to put it back together and figure out
No.
figure out what's wrong with it and put it back together?
No, what are
Just
we?
need a YouTube video.
What are we
Dude,
pretending
okay,
to be mechanics?
No, I'm not fucking with his shit.
We
I
need to
don't-
start
man,
a
I
video
would
because this is
never.
fucking stupid. We're gonna fuck shit off so badly.
Oh,
Your dad's
it'd
gonna be
awful.
upset at us. I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna start welding on a car. You don't want to do that.
I'm not gonna fuck with any of Dad's
You don't touch
projects.
nothing.
He is just like me. He can leave, as you can see. Like, I love my dad, but there's not exactly any organization to the shop. If you can't tell,
It's organized chaos. You can tell. I
Yeah.
bet he knows exactly.
He
where
knows
everything's at.
exactly. Him and I are exactly the same.
Yep,
he knows
that's how I am, too.
exactly where everything is.
Yeah.
If he needs a 9mm, he knows exactly where that
Yeah.
fucker's sitting. It might not be next to the rest of the sockets.
Yeah, the
Right,
sockets
but he
are
knows
blue.
he
where it's
knows
at.
exactly where that fucker's
He knows
at.
that he left it by the
Yeah.
other fucking ATV.
And it's the
or
same
whatever.
thing with all these projects too.
Yep.
Is that he's left them in the middle, but he knows exactly where he's
Yeah.
at. Like
Yeah.
he knows exactly the next thing that needs to be done. But yeah, man, Dad's cool. Todd's cool. He used to scare the shit out of me. Still scares the shit out of me.
He
Technically,
used to
but
be. He used to scare the
did
shit
that-
out of me too, dude.
did
When I
that
came over to
miss
your
our
house,
generation?
and I'd just be like, I'd be like, he just looks like the toughest motherfucker around.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He could be. Like,
yeah,
if you're on
I
his bad
definitely
side.
believe that he could.
He,
yeah.
as I've gotten older, I've realized he's very soft. He's a very nice guy.
No, he's
a very nice guy. But it's very
nice guy.
different when that's your dad. Like,
Right.
ooh, boy. Man.
True.
I rebelled super hard.
Hey man,
I don't know if you recall. Brad was with me in high school. We were in the same class in
Yeah,
high
we
school.
were.
If you didn't know, but
Same grade, same year.
Yep.
same
We're-
grade. Well, of course, we had 23 kids in our class.
23 and
averaged
me,
out.
dude.
I think we graduated with 26,
I
maybe.
think 26 is what we graduated with.
Hell yeah.
That was including 2 foreign exchange students though.
Yeah.
How foreign?
Spain and what was
Spain. Yeah.
where was
Miguel
AJ
graduated with
from?
them. AJ was from Taiwan, I think.
Was
Or
he?
no. Maybe. I think I'm still friends with him.
on like Facebook.
Yeah, I think so. But
He
he
like-
was from some small Asian country.
There was
Yeah,
a German
for sure.
girl that was a foreign. I went to public school.
German
But there
girls
was
are hot.
there was a German girl, and she had blonde. She was blonde, big tits. She started dating some punk rocker guy, but I never had the balls to ask her out. But I really wish I would have.
Yeah.
He went to
Yeah.
the Big N out
The big
east.
N.
The closest Big N
Oh,
east.
okay. Oh,
yeah, the
Not the-
big N.
Yeah, the Big N.
There you go.
No.
Where the man, the myth, the legend, Carson is from.
True.
Yeah,
True.
the old Carson's from there.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I go into the museum at night. I have a key. And I go into his exhibit and I talk to his wax figures and just ask for advice.
yeah, dude, that's a good idea.
Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
good I fucking
Be
did.
careful about your manager. That's probably the first advice. You know he
Who's
got
my
really
manager?
fucked. No, I mean him.
I
He
heard-
got.
I
fucked.
heard he also though that he was kind of maybe a little bit of an asshole.
I
Oh,
heard that he was an
really?
asshole.
People in
He
the
was-
70s?
Yeah, he was for sure an asshole.
I'm sure
I mean,
there's
I
some
haven't
people
dug
that
into
think
it
I'm an
enough.
asshole though too.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I am. I
And at
I
that
will
time-
do,
Oh, I can be an
There's
asshole
some
too,
people
dude.
who deserve me
At
to be
that-
an asshole
right,
too.
right.
At that time, you had to be an asshole to get to that.
You would have
to get
to be.
that spot.
Yeah, you're
because
probably right.
I mean,
Comedy's different now.
well, the mob wanted to kill him.
Yeah,
The mob wanted to kill him. You got to do some mob
It ain't-
shit to be there at that
Yeah,
point.
true.
it ain't just Austin. There's a real strong contingent of like comedy people everywhere. That are, like
There-
helping
there's
helping
a
each other
there's
out. Like, and
it's
it didn't
gang
used to be
warfare.
like that. It used to be real hateful.
It's
Oh,
It
I'm
still
sure.
is.
It's still clicky. It's still gang.
Yeah.
Instead,
It's
just-
our gang will help our gang. But
Yeah,
like,
right.
There's still people still have their colors. It's really
There is, but the people
Interesting.
are very helpful to the people in their gang, as
Wow.
opposed to before you were only helpful to yourself. There
Yeah,
weren't.
you would
there
have to
didn't.
be very.
There didn't used to be friends in comedy.
Right.
There's
from the way
still
it sounds.
it's still it's still picky.
I don't know.
It's better.
It's
Probably
very,
more
you gotta be very
supportive
big.
now, ain't
it's more supportive.
It has to be.
It has to be
Yeah,
because that's the
right.
only
It
way
has
it
to be
works.
now.
That's the only way local comedy works. It has to be supportive. Because
Well, that's just it. Yeah, you
But
don't
that's the
get
way to
you
do
don't
it.
get it.
yeah.
You
that
know.
is.
I mean,
the,
I will.
the people will come.
It's
There's-
more about because you got
Eventually.
to realize that it's definitely more about the art form than it is about yourself, you know.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, granted, of course, you are doing it for yourself, I guess. But
the only thing is you just want crowds. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
you want.
right.
You want crowds that aren't.
the whole
comics.
point's to make a lot of people laugh.
It is, and it's great. I've
Honestly,
developed
it
a
is-
bad
yeah.
habit. I've developed a bad habit of chugging quirks on stage to fucking get cheers from the crowd.
Yeah, but that's your.
And
open
that's when
mic.
I'll-
And
and
that's
that's when
'cause
I'll
that's
shout.
like the most judgment place for you to be because like, here's the thing. You're always there. like so like.
I'm always fucking.
so
Yeah, right.
everybody's like
Everybody's like, I heard this fucking guy
yeah.
before.
So like no, and like not
But
even that. Like Lucas,
like,
Lucas,
you have more
Lucas
pressure
has a
on you.
different energy because he's got hosting a show and like trying to like. It's not like, here's me for my minutes.
no,
and then
yeah,
piece the fuck out. It's like he's got to go up and do something different just any host. When you go up, it's like, hey,
you got to do something.
yeah,
like
fucking do something, and then there's just people. here's
Fat
the
gay retard pizza bitch was pretty fun though. Sometimes it's really fun. You get to call a guy Mr. Retard and it changes his whole life.
thing. It does. I mean,
He's
yes.
he's come back every couple months and been like, people at work are calling me Mr. Retard
Oh,
now.
wow.
My friends are calling me Mr. Retard. I changed his nickname in his friend group
nice
because I called him Mr. Retard for an hour and a half,
wow.
which is a wild response. I'm not supposed to be an authority
You're a bully.
figure.
You're a bully.
I
You're
am
a
a
bully,
bully.
dude.
I've been bullying the fuck out of people. I was so mean to Zach the other night for no reason. Although he did bring 3 Domino's pizzas into the bar, but
Well,
he was I don't know. It all started because him and can I have another beer?
Yes, of course.
It all happened because somebody was saying something about him being a victim, and then by the end of the night, I kept calling him fat, gay, retard, pizza, bitch, and
Well,
it doesn't. It sounds really dumb now, but in the moment, it flowed so hard.
No, that's good,
And
dude.
He should. I mean, yeah, it did. It did.
But I'll say
It's
this.
a hell of a name.
Well, FG,
If you knew him.
yeah,
Sure, sure.
If you knew
Had
him.
you'll
to
see
be
him.
there type of thing.
You'll see him. That'll be
Oh,
right.
he's gonna be
Nico's
here?
Nico's Pub.
Yeah.
Nico's Pub, April 25th.
April
Yeah.
25th.
9
I
p.m.
might make
I'll
a
be
guest
there.
appearance because my sister has a dress rehearsal
Yeah,
yeah.
here in
Text
town
Eddie
that night.
tomorrow.
I need to text him immediately
Do it.
And see if
because
you
it'd
can
be
do
like,
5.
hey, listen, like I can still probably be. I thought it was gonna be earlier. I thought it'd be like because people do shows at like 7.
In
And I
Omaha,
can't-
you have to because music starts at like 9.
Yeah.
So
right.
like I don't know. Most of my showcases were followed by a band afterwards. So like we got to be prompt, like in and
Yeah.
out.
Are we doing what's going on? It doesn't matter. We'll talk.
Nothing's going on in Omaha yet, but anyway, Nico's Pub,
after.
April 25th.
Nico's Pub in O'Neill,
Check it out.
Nebraska.
It'll
Yeah,
be
dude.
the fabulous Reese Thurber, who always dresses like he's in Fight Club, and,
Or youth Nazi.
and he's wearing all black. But anyway,
whatever.
whatever.
He's cute in it though, isn't he?
he's something else. I know. I get why all the
He'd
all
make
the
me
broads
sign
flock
up.
to him. Anyway, Reese, you're getting me off fucking track. Reese Thurber, Zach Rars, the fat gay retard pizza bitch. Great fella, you know. He's always like number 12 on the list, but he's like number 8 in my heart, so it's good.
Yeah.
And
8's not
and
bad.
and then me, and then the incomparable dolphin teeth himself, Addie Herman. And I can say that because he says that himself.
You think he'll let me do it? Yeah,
You know,
he'll let you do 5
I gotta
minutes.
get
I don't know.
I gotta
Dude.
get
Black
on there.
people say something themselves that you can't say though.
He is not black, so
He's
it's
not
fine.
black.
That's true.
God, but he is. I mean, he is. He is kind of like how Lucas possesses a power.
Yes, I understand.
He's one of us,
I compute.
and he's one of us. He's very versed.
He's one of yeah.
He's very versed in black culture, and
He does well with the blacks.
he awful lot of blacks. Blacks.
They're
You've
fine
seen
people.
Division 3, haven't you?
Long time
Football's
ago.
finest.
God, what a
I see a
movie.
lot of blacks and whites and blacks and Mexicans. Hell, there's a lot of blacks. We even got a 9/11 Islam over there. I fucking love that movie. I don't care what
Andy
anybody.
Dick. That's a
it
solid
might-
film.
It might not be like a good made movie,
Right.
But
It's
I
just
think it
hilarious.
is one of the funniest goddamn
Right.
movies ever made. Andy Dick is in it.
It's his best role.
Brian
It's his
Callen
best
is in it.
role. Brian Callen is in it.
Callen is
Who
in it.
else
Oh,
is
no
in it?
kidding.
Yes, he's the sports reporter. Greg Fitzsimmons is in it. He's
Greg
the bar owner.
Fitzsimmons is in it.
Yeah. Will Sasso makes an appearance at the end. He's that gay guy that comes in. He's supposed to, on the news station. He's like the theater and drama guy that talks, but he like comes in
I
to
don't
do
know.
color
Yeah,
commentary
What else
on
is he?
football.
I don't know if I know who.
Will
Who?
Sasso.
What do you mean,
You know
Wheels?
who? You know who
What do
Will
you mean,
Sasso
I
is.
Wheels?
probably
He doesn't
do.
have
Like,
tires on.
what's another character?
He was on Mad TV. He does impressions really well. He had his own TV show for a while.
Who was he on Mad TV?
He was a bunch of different people. He's a bald guy. Usually has a mustache. He would have done a Tony Soprano. He did Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
did. Yeah, he did.
I barely. He wasn't like Mrs. Kwan or any of the Michael, like the kid. He wasn't any of those.
Yeah.
You bringing up a picture of Will Sasso?
I'm trying. But not, did you hear it beeping?
No, but I see you on your phone. Anyway,
I feel like we're getting
Will
a little
Sasso. You
feedback
will
or
know Will
something. You
Sasso
hear
when
that?
you see him. What?
Yeah, it's the phone.
Oh, is it?
Yep, fuck it.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm back.
Was it fucking with it?
Dude, there's no
just
way.
heard a
You're
little
not going to tell.
static.
Dude, we're in a metal building.
True.
And you're not going to tell me that doesn't have an effect on it.
No, I mean it might. I'm not.
There's
arguing.
no way in hell it doesn't. There's waves in
probably
the
doesn't.
air, homie.
Yeah.
That's true. I
Welcome
mean, you
to
don't
physics.
get a cell signal.
There's always waves in the air.
There's always.
You
I
don't?
know, but like I think you emit some
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You don't get a cell signal in here, which is
No,
really
metal
nice,
really
actually.
does fuck with electronics, though, for sure.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
low
yeah,
cell sig.
for sure. AM radio works in a metal building. That's it. That's the difference between AM and FM. Is AM doesn't travel as far, but it will go through things.
Yeah, it's old school as
but
fuck. It's kinda
FM
cool.
will bounce off of shit.
I love
Yeah.
good AM.
It goes
Dude,
really
bro, me
far,
too.
but it bounces off. We have good AM stations.
Did you guys ever
Yeah.
see Hot Rod? That guy who put on
Yes.
the
Oh,
he puts on
yeah.
the jump.
I
I feel
love
I dude.
that fucking-
That
That's
guy
another-
makes me
that's
so.
Now it's
another-
all about FM radio.
Yeah, he's like,
color
I got
TV.
the guy
I'm-
pissing on
Yeah.
color TV.
Yeah.
No, it was like he said
It-
something.
it's
Where's
split in
public
half.
broadcasting.
It's split in half.
I
and
like
it,
to
and it
think that
pisses
the
off the
young
color
man had
TV.
sex
I like-
the night before, and there's a little blockage of semen in the tip of his penis. That movie is so funny, dude.
I'm not saying that was hot, but if the boner police are here, I am a lawyer. I have said that so many times in my life. It's despicable.
Oh, dude.
You look pretty,
There's-
Denise.
Yeah.
What was that, Rod? You look shitty, Denise.
That is such a quotable movie.
Oh God.
I love it, dude. That was one of the things when the video store here closed and they sold all their videos.
Yeah.
I bought 40 DVDs.
Oh, did you?
40 DVDs, and it cost
What were
me
they sold?
$20.
Oh,
They sold them all.
nice.
The
You
people
they were selling 50
they
cents a pop.
all
$2.
Isn't that right?
$2.
Dottie and them sold it.
40 for
And
how
the
much?
people that
Yo,
were
he
buying
said
it.
40 for $20, right?
You bought 40 for 20 or 20 for 40?
No, I got 2 flats full. I got 40 for 40. That's what it
Oh,
was.
okay,
So it was
dollar
a dollar a piece.
Wow, that's a great fucking deal.
Well, yeah, I mean they were all rentals, dude.
Yeah.
Some of them were scratched up, but you can clean most of them up.
Yeah,
they mostly
absolutely.
work good.
I bet that was a good.
But
you got
dude,
most
it was
of
a good investment, dude.
Absolutely. I was
Nebraskans love
DVD.
shit. We just love
Dude,
shit.
Oh, dude,
We
doesn't
just-
that
so
so
much
I need to
I've
own
got
my
like
media.
I've got like a whole
Dude,
fucking
I have
plastic
to own
tote
my
full of
media.
DVDs.
I don't.
Dude, I do not trust them. I don't trust all this digital download. I hate it. I hate
Dude,
it.
that's like the only
Physical
thing I do
copies.
now.
Physical copies. I miss
I still believe
physical
in film.
copies so
I still
much.
believe in
It's so
film.
much.
I mean,
they
I do
just
too.
Is there a cat in here or was it a mouse?
No, I'm sure it was just shit shifting
Or am I
from
just
us
seeing?
talking.
All right.
There shouldn't be any animals.
We have
in
headphones on. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Schneid's
My-
headphoneless.
I see. I think there's ghosts because of my hair all the time.
That's Will Sasso.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
guy.
you know that guy.
Yeah, for sure. I've
Yeah.
seen him before.
He does a great Jesse the Body Ventura.
So
Oh,
I mean, yeah, this
Well,
is
down the
this is a
Baja.
movie filled with like
Anyway, this is a movie filled with Division 3. We're back to
Division
this.
3
Okay.
football's finest.
This is a movie filled with great cameos by
Yeah.
great comedians, and then the main actors kind of suck. But
Right, right.
it's so full of lines that you can quote just all.
It's one line. It's Andy.
It's one Andy
Oh,
Dick
yeah.
doing
Oh.
one-liners of just insane.
I will say,
Put the
Andy
knife
Dick
away,
is-
Bobby.
is-
Like, just-
yeah.
That is his best movie he's ever done. He
It's
was really
gotta
good in
be his
Employee of the Month too. That was a great movie. I love
He's-
that movie.
Employee
now
of the month.
they always
Do you
said he
remember
was
that? It
crazy.
was Dane Cook,
Dane Cook and,
Yeah.
And,
Jessica
um,
Simpson.
Jessica Simpson,
She's so hot.
and
back
his
then.
buddies
You
were
like Jessica.
Harlan
I had a Christmas
Wayans, Harlan Williams.
I have a poster of Amanda Bynes
No, okay,
when
yeah.
she was still hot.
When she was hot.
It's a
And a
Got Milk
minor?
poster.
So,
No,
is
she
she a
wasn't
minor in
No,
this?
not this one.
Is she minor in this one? Because I mean, we were minors at the time, but
Right.
we're not now.
Right, right.
This was before. What are you talking about?
I had to go through and find my file on my computer and delete all my old nudes from high school. So I
Uh-oh.
was like,
I wasn't
don't
doing
know,
that. This is
because
Amanda
I wasn't
Bynes.
sure. I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's weird because I wasn't 18 when I got these.
No,
but I'm
this is
over
like-
18
this
now.
is
Yeah,
what
you
movie-
got to get rid of that.
This was like
shit.
2 or 3
This
years
is
ago.
post-
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago. I
This
don't
is
know. It
post.
was a
She's
while.
the man. This is that. This is post.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
she was
She's the
fine.
Man. That was
Yeah,
a good
she
movie.
was-
That was a
Channing
good. That was a
Tatum.
good film.
Channing Tatum.
She did a Got Milk poster when she was like 20-some years old. I do have it.
Nice.
It's
Here's
a
something
collectible.
wild.
it's what are you talking about? Don't look at me like that.
Bro,
the
I'm not looking
I
at
feel
you at
like
all.
Got
That's
Milk, Got Milk posters, I feel like would probably be a
I would.
collectible.
They
right
they
No,
should,
for real,
they should
they really
come back.
are.
I was recently for a funeral. I was recently in our old lunchroom.
now.
No more Got Milk posters. There's no Got
Really?
Milk.
I was-
that was
I was
that
just
the
gonna
first
ask-
thing I
Now
was
they're
looking. That was the first thing I was looking, and it's kind of changed. It
I
feels
was-
weird down there.
Yeah, it does. I've been down there to because my sister will borrow tables for a garage sale or some bullshit. So I've been down there before, and it is. Kind
What
of
did
a
they say?
different vibe.
Eat your vegetables.
That whole place has changed. It's
Yeah.
very odd.
It is.
See, it doesn't
That's
feel like the
strange.
same school at all.
Well,
It's
we're
not.
just
It's
we're
a different-
older and different people.
No, it's a different set of programming
Maybe
they're
that's
giving
what
the
it is.
children nowadays.
We're gonna get Taylor
Oh,
all
yeah.
fired up on schools.
I don't like schools. Schools are not.
School's gonna.
I don't know.
Taylor runs the Zotke Institute for Higher Learning.
Thank you. Shouts out, dude.
I feel like we need schooling though. Like
We need
Well, what
better
kind of
schooling.
schooling?
I don't know.
School 'em like
we
the
need,
Amish.
We need some kind of organized schooling system for sure.
For what? These kids are retarded.
We need to make
That's
sure
why-
that
that's exactly why.
we need to.
It's not
listen,
working. It's
I've
not
said
working.
it
I know
before.
it needs to be fixed.
I've
Like,
said it on
okay,
the record.
like,
I've
look-
said it before. I think the No Child Left Behind program ruined
Definitely.
children.
Look at
I think that
like,
was the worst
Okay,
thing.
I could
Look
agree
at-
with
I think
that.
that was, I don't think lowering the bar is the right way to
No.
get
Obviously
smarter
not.
people.
It would be the
Obviously
the
it's gonna-
children that fail need to be tutored.
Yeah, they need to be taught. I mean, they don't need to be shipped off to some fucking
No.
donkey
Yeah, they do.
brain school.
They
or
don't
Put
need
'em
to
in-
be.
put
What
'em
they
in-
don't need to be is just pass through.
Yeah,
Put
they
them
don't
in
need to be just
AFS.
say-
They get
Yeah.
out of here at 11:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
and then they get to go work their job because they got 2 baby mamas at 16 already.
Well,
That's
a whole
America.
different program.
No, here's what I was talking about. You're
That's
ta-
a whole different
No,
program.
I
yeah.
you were talking about like
That's
okay, our
that's the
dads,
Young Fathers Association.
like our
That's
dads
what
are way
it's-
more capable than we are, right? So
For
like,
sure.
and then like you look at like our grandpas. Our grandpas are even more capable. Like they know the things that our dads know, plus even more. Especially like where we live in this area.
I mean, it just the knowledge is changing in generation though. Like,
Yeah, but to what?
I mean, they know all the old school shit.
Exactly.
But we know
That's
that
the
they don't know the new school shit
What's
that
the
we
new
know.
school
They
shit?
could.
Crypto?
They don't
do
know
you
anything
how
about
much
digital
this would
stuff.
freak?
Yes,
an old
they wouldn't know
person out.
anything
Like,
about this fucking machine here.
And that is a
I mean-
$40 cheap soundboard I bought off
Yeah.
Amazon
Okay.
refurbished. Like,
I mean, like I had to go
Yeah.
to go over and
You know what? I did
do
see a
anything
post.
involved with electronics.
This
I
makes
have
me
to go.
really upset because she did hit me in the heart. And she said there was a lady and she was plumbing and she was on Instagram and she's like, and everybody's like commenting on there. And she was like doing like a got you back video. And she's like, oh, why are girls doing trade work nowadays? It's because the guys are all busy podcasting. And I felt hurt.
I mean, that is kind of true.
But I
That's
do have a
kinda
blue
funny.
collar job on the weekdays.
Yeah, no, it's not like you're. Yeah, for sure.
Fucking plumber, bitch. I could go be a
Be a-
plumber. I just
oh,
don't want to go to
yeah.
school.
We're all working
You know
men
what?
here.
I knew the first fucking woman master plumber in the state of Nebraska, bitch. Walk the fuck on. You don't even know how to fucking lay marble around a sink or do stained glass. You fucking wannabe gypsy bitch. You know what? If you really gave a fuck about laying pipe, you would fucking lay the pipe and stay the fuck off Instagram and maybe have a successful business, you stupid bitch. It's just like that roofer up in fucking Ottawa. She wants to act like she can fucking lay some fucking shingles, but the bitch does it half naked with a crew of 30 other women, and it's a photo shoot TikTok day the whole goddamn day. Fuck you. I know fucking Juan, fucking Emmanuel and
Carlos.
Juan and Carlos, and they'll lay a roof in fucking 32 hours. Well, not even that. Fucking
32
3
minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. Yeah, it's a 10 square in 30 minutes. Fuck you. Anyway,
No, you're absolutely right. Everything you said was perfect.
thank you. God, I didn't mean to go there.
now you've never seen Taylor's act, but that's pretty much it. I mean, that's
It's
You're
not
a
an act.
ranter.
It's who I am.
one night he was outside smoking. He was running late to his set, so I was like, "Well, I'll just do Taylor's act for him." Trump. You fucking people. That's my favorite line Taylor does on you people. You fucking you people.
Oh,
Lucas has
fuck.
been bigly supportive. I don't know. Apparently things
funny.
changed.
Yeah.
Apparently things changed. People, I got hated. I got hated on for a very long time.
For
And
what?
For being me.
Just for ranting like that?
Dude,
I like it.
it's you got to be open-minded to hear me out.
Hey, man.
You got to be open-minded to hear somebody
And
so
the open-minded,
close-minded.
yeah, the open-minded people are not so open-minded in Omaha.
Oh, you would think like right?
They just call themselves open-minded.
Yeah.
You know how we grew up and we were like we kind of got stuck in that time bubble. Luckily, and like I say, luckily enough, like we did get to see.
Yes.
Like
No technology.
40 years ago, like
Yeah.
we got to see 40 years ago instead of 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Even though we're not even, we
Mhm.
got to see like, well, what was the late 80s and 90s? Like we
Yeah,
lived
kinda.
because like, dude, your grandma treated it like that. And your
Yep.
and
yeah,
like,
no, that's the thing that's nice is like the shit like takes a while to get to where we live.
at that
Oh,
time.
yep.
At that time.
Now it's
now it is because
now
of the
everything's
internet and
fucked.
cell
Yeah,
phones.
now everything gets everywhere right away.
Yeah.
I've said that a million times.
Did
You
see-
only notice that stuff.
Did you see
living
they
here.
went after that
Yeah.
in homeless? Sorry, I'm gonna tap that. Tap. Is there another one of these?
Yes.
Okay. How many are left?
2 for
Listen.
you guys.
There is beer in that fridge too.
All right. Well,
Are we allowed?
we'll pay them.
Yeah,
I'll get 'em- I'll get my quarters out.
we're
Yeah.
fine as long as it's not the Twisted Teas.
Fair enough.
Don't touch Todd's Twisted Teas.
The what you mean?
Them.
Them? Those things?
Those things.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hire 'em.
Listen,
No,
Brad, you
did
want to be a producer?
Did you see they?
We're
did you see?
fucking up. We always fuck it up so bad.
Did you see they went after that homeless encampment in North Omaha and like there's like quite a few homeless there
Yeah, with all the tents and the
Where
bikes
at?
and shit.
Where
in Omaha.
Where
They
at?
found like
I can't
87
remember
missing bikes there.
Oh my
Which is
god.
Oh, it's so, no, and it's almost evil. They're in They're in the Big Inn. They're coming to you next. I'm telling you. No, it's coming. It's coming. It's over.
It's yeah.
Get
I've
ready.
seen more.
The homeless?
Yeah,
It's
they're
not even
shipping
just
them
the
out,
homeless,
man.
it's
They're shipping them
everybody.
out of the
It's
city.
everybody.
What do you mean? It's
All
not.
right.
Have you noticed the diversity in O'Neill has changed quite a bit?
Well, yeah.
This used to be
Yeah.
Irish, German, Germanic. So
Right.
give it your Northern Europeans
Yeah.
and Native,
Pretty much.
occasional Mexican.
We've had
We've
the
had a
Hispanic
lot of
here
Mexican.
for quite
Yeah,
Quite a
a
while.
while.
Here,
There's
anyway.
Well, here's the thing, and I guess you're right. You guys live in O'Neill, so
Yeah.
I'm used to talking to people who don't understand like rural Nebraska.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Spanish have been like the Spanish and especially like the Mexicans. The Spanish, like that whole influence has been here for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
I'm
you
okay
got.
with it.
No,
I've been fine with it.
The, I've been all
I've
over
had
the
enough
country.
of Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, I've been all over
We've
the
had
country.
excellent restaurants here.
We've had
No
excellent
shit.
Mexican restaurants.
I've
for
been all
100
over the
years,
country.
feels
I have
like.
said like, I've had the best Mexican food I've ever had in
Dude.
Nebraska.
Dude,
like,
honestly though.
no, for
Yeah.
real. Like, and it's solid throughout the state.
Yeah.
I've been to places in California. People rant and rave about
As
it.
long
It's
as
like,
it's like
what the fuck?
if it's ran by an actual immigrant.
they're all immigrants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's one of those places,
Oh,
fuck yeah, I'll
yeah.
eat there.
Yeah.
Dude, look, before that whole big raid happened,
I know.
the Horseshoe was actually fucking banging.
It was fucking
The place
lit.
ended up getting shut down through that whole thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. I completely forgot
that
where I
place
was for a
was
second.
Yeah,
banging.
it was,
I
dude.
completely. I
It's
got-
closed, so I'll say that name.
I'm only used to being in Omaha with him, so like, no, I
Right.
completely forgot where we were for a second. But yeah,
Mhm.
no, you get it. But I mean, that's what it's always been. There's been some
Mhm.
in the Big End. There's some
Oh,
changes.
yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's been some changes, and
The big.
you know,
O
I've
is-
even been to like I was up at Sioux Falls,
Mm-hmm.
and Sioux Falls has always been pretty white. Still is.
White.
Yeah. And then you have your Indian folks. That's not my concern. But there's other groups of people. And we'll just say that. and like, that just you would not expect to be that far north.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
Sure.
And this is happening more and more in Minneapolis. Places
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. So, it's a thought.
Taylor gets worried. He saw a couple Muslims taking pictures in front of the
Don't just say a
parking-
couple, it was
parking
more than a
garage
couple.
across the street from the Dubliner, and he got very nervous about it. I don't.
I mean,
Don't me. I know what they're looking.
What are they going to do with the parking garage? They were
All
probably
right.
trying to rent out.
What
the
are they going to
Parliament.
do with a parking garage? What have they done with parking garages? What could they do?
Taylor's in a whole other world. Anyway, we call this unpasteurized.
Hey, what would
because
you
me-
do?
Because me
Here's
and
a
Taylor
question. Here's a question. You're on the street and somebody who's dressed in traditional Islam garb takes a walk by you holding a crock pot. How do you feel?
well, first thing I say is, show me that penis.
Show you that penis? Well, I'm just saying there
Let's see that
definitely ain't no
pecker.
pulled pork in that motherfucker.
No,
no.
there's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Oh,
is
man.
true. It's not pulled pork.
Speaking of which, we did let Akmal eat fucking pork
Could be.
ribs that one
Yeah,
time.
we did.
so
Akmal,
it was a pregame.
yeah, but hey,
it was a pregame, and we
Yeah.
let him eat pork ribs. He thought they were beef.
pregame
and
what? Football?
Pre-game
football.
football.
Football
You made a
pregame
Muzzy
meal.
play football?
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't make him. He wanted to.
He
Well,
wanted
good
to,
for
yeah.
him. Was
He
he
wasn't-
Was he
He was our
Muslim?
kicker.
He wasn't good.
You guys went
he
to
was
Catholic
Muslim.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
Which
convert
I
him or
always
what?
no.
How the fuck did
No.
they let him in?
That's always
he was
what
an
I
exchange
wondered.
student
He was an exchange student.
Exchange from where and how does that work?
from Tajikistan. And
Yeah, but what the fuck you doing letting him into the fucking holy sacrament
hey,
of the
man,
Christ our Lord?
fuck, that's the
we
whole idea.
let everybody. We let
Jesus
dirty,
Christ welcomes all.
Look, we let dirty Lutherans in.
Yeah, we
Oh, don't be talking about the Lutherans. They're good people.
we let Lutherans in. So
Yeah, dude.
why wouldn't we let Muslims in? They're basically the same thing.
I'm a little bit upset. Hey,
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
that was a deep. That was a deep Catholic one. That was a fuck you.
Oh, I'm so glad I got somebody back.
Oh,
me
that
up
was
on
deep. That was a deep one. Man, if I could say I was offended, that one got me.
Well, let's ask you. It's been one of my favorite parts of the whole podcast. What do you think? Do you think Catholic Jesus fucks? Do you think he?
Yeah, does your Jesus fuck? That's
He is
where-
ripped as hell.
your
Always.
Jesus is ripped. I think my
Always, usually,
like lean ripped or like
lean ripped.
like
yeah.
240 ripped.
Like
Nah,
built,
nah.
like
He's like lean
like
ripped.
strong.
He's
Like
toned.
you can tell he's toned.
Korean Jesus is jacked.
Really? I've never seen a Korean Jesus.
Koreans
They're
are heavy
wild,
into
dude.
Jesus.
Koreans are way into
I've
Jesus.
heard
Korean-
that actually.
I believe it's the
I
Japanese.
think they're orthodox, aren't they? A little orthodox.
They're
with
they
it?
Are they?
is it Korea or is it Japan? They've got this thing that they believe Jesus escaped the crucifixion, came over there, and then lived there for like another 50 years and had kids and shit.
I believe it. No, I'm just
I think
kidding.
that's Japan,
Japan
Maybe.
loves honky tonk American music.
dude. I
Really?
saw a video today. Did I send that
Good
to
for
you?
them.
What?
I saw a video today of somebody. They were in Japan, walking around looking for a bar, stumbled into
You didn't send
a
it to me, but we
Texas
got the same
a
algorithm
Texas themed bar
Yeah.
in Japan. There was Japanese guys in there, cowboy hats,
That's
playing the
Yep,
guitar.
Yep. Pearl snap shirts.
Oh,
yep.
Oh yeah, real into it. Like Texas Longhorns signs right next to it.
Looks like it- looks
right.
like
Speaking English?
They were singing in
They were
English.
No,
It
it
was
they were
bad. It
they were
was bad.
stringing the English.
They were
Yeah.
singing in English.
Okay.
And there was girls line dancing with cowboy boots on. and shit.
Terribly. They had no
They,
clue
they
what they were
weren't
doing.
great.
Were
but
they hot at least? Hot
No.
Asians?
I mean,
I mean,
hey,
how you
hey,
gonna?
hey.
Their eyes
Hey,
were all the same.
hey.
Their eyes all had the same slope to them.
Hey,
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. When you get into a different place, you never know.
That's true.
No, Brad, do you know this? This is one of my favorite things.
Well, I mean, are they hot to you?
How do
Yeah.
you?
Some
how
of
do you-
them. Hey,
look, Japan right now.
I mean,
has-
that's all that
hey.
matters, really.
Right now,
I'll
Japan
tell you
had-
this. How about this? The first time you ever had sushi might not be the best sushi you ever had, but at least you've
Yeah.
had that experience.
Okay.
Look, I mean, for a while,
Yeah.
Japan was
I like that.
offering like breeding visas.
Oh, really?
So are
Yeah.
so are the Mennonites. We could go up to Wisconsin. We could lay.
That's just because they want new DNA.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
bloodline.
You're
Yeah,
German.
they're getting-
You're German.
They're getting too pure,
You're
probably.
German.
They wouldn't want his Italian ass. They would-
Nah, bro.
Italiano. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. When he lets it grow,
Italian out here.
when he
what are
lets
you
it grow,
doing?
he's got a fro, dog.
Yeah, dude.
That was the first
Probably
pro I
as
ever
Shallow
had.
loose, meet some
Now-
mama, dear,
Now, Brad, I don't like
That's
to think
it.
it, but I'm a little bit worried that your fro might have had an influence on the women I picked.
Oh,
That's interesting.
and that's a Catholic deep cut. No,
Another deep Catholic deep cut.
Yeah, we were both altar servers.
We were actually. We did. We would eat
It's true.
we would eat the unblessed little
Wafers.
You would
little
just eat
wafers.
some wafers, dude.
No, we
Would you
would.
ever
We
steal
made
wine?
sure. Oh yeah.
You guys ever make
Little bit.
wafer crispies?
I
took
stole a
some
little
sips.
bit too.
Christ Krispies. You ever make a Christ Crispy?
I've never made a Christ
Never-
Krispie.
No, I don't know. what
But
that
we
is.
would sit in the back because the already blessed stuff was separate from the rest of
Right.
it. So we would eat we would just sit in the back and like snack like funeral days.
Yeah.
Oh man, you would kill somebody to serve for a funeral. You got out of class for like 4 hours. You got to go eat funeral lunch instead of
yeah, dude.
instead
you
of
got
school.
picked out
Like,
for a funeral. It was
That's
great.
if you got
lit.
you got
Yeah,
you
that's
usually got a
beautiful.
little money. The
Yeah.
family usually slide you a little
would.
tip,
They would.
and you'd get out of class for the whole day, and they would like, or not the whole day, but like, you know, you'd have to go over there like, oh, you know, we got to start the charcoal burning, so we better go over there like
Yeah.
9.
Oh, for the
like
incense?
yeah.
Yep.
We gotta
Oh,
get-
see, that's what the Lutherans fucking need. Is like they made us acolyte and shit, and
Mhm.
we don't have like CCD, but we have like a confirmation catechism thing, right? We got to study
Yeah.
Luther. Why the fuck did Luther get mad? That's what we got.
Look,
study.
Luther had some good points. He was
And
right
he did.
in a
He
lot
saw
of shit,
yeah,
but
whatever. Hey,
Whatever.
hey, shouts out to the Lutherans. Fuck
But
the
still, I mean-
fuck the ESLA. I only
Look.
fuck with. Shut up. 1 second. I gotta get this off my chest because this has been burning in me. I only fuck with Wisconsin Synod and Missouri Synod. If you're nothing more than that, you just. You get too Protestant and you fucking end up with a drum set up by fucking Christ. And how dare you, you punk rock wannabe bitch. Listen, I still respect the Pope and the Catholic Church and the Holy Communion. And if you go beyond that, I think you're a fucking heathen. I still believe in the robes and the white. And this shit better be candlelit with some stained glass. Because if you go beyond that, I don't fucking understand. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's Lent. Purple is the color.
anyway,
Purple is
I
the
mean,
color.
Purple's
Say, say what you will, but I mean, you know, in reality,
What?
Purple's the color of Advent.
You're right. Am I off?
I think so, right? Isn't it Advent is the color is purple?
I think they
Is
use
it
it
green
for
right
Lent
now?
too, though.
Yeah,
don't
they might. It definitely is Advent though.
They definitely use it during Advent.
But
Advent's
I
for
think
Christmas.
it's right
Yeah.
before Christmas.
I thought for Christmas they used gold.
I think they do, but I think Advent is before Christmas, leads up to Christmas.
yeah,
Advent leads up
Advent
to
is
Chri-
yeah,
yeah.
Advent's the season right before.
We got to
Christmas.
look up our
Leads
God
to
colors.
it.
Yeah, true.
Because there's some shit. There's meaning behind all that.
Oh yeah,
Because
we had to learn all about it.
Yeah, we
Orthodoxy,
learned-
we talk
all through
Catholicism.
You're
school.
talking to now you're talking to two people that did 13 years
Yeah.
worth of
Catholic
religion
education.
class.
Yeah.
An
I'm-
hour
yeah.
a day for 13 years
Mhm.
at least. And then then we got to a point where at church, if you went on Sunday,
And you had to
if-
go to fucking mass every week
Yeah,
too.
if you-
during school
yeah, if
How
you
often
were
did they put mass on here in town?
in town, it's every
Saturday?
Saturday night, and then I think one Sunday morning now.
they only do one Sunday
I'm pretty
mornings
sure. I
now?
think
They
it's
do
one
one
at
in Spanish?
10:30.
They used to do 3.
No,
They used to do 3 on Sunday
I
mornings.
think they got
down
one.
they
to
used
one?
to. I think they, and then it went to 2, and now I think it's only 1 at 10:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will say
Anyway.
this, Catholics really support other Catholics. I will give them
Yeah, though
And
there's
they are the
definitely
best
camaraderie in
that. As far as
Catholicism.
Christianity goes, and I think Orthodox seem to be in fucked off countries, so it must be a pretty tight thing because like those Christians got AKs, but I think like
Yeah.
no, as far as like Catholics go, like they really seem to learn how to like support each other.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Well, I mean,
it is like a community kind of.
that's lost. Like that's what like
Like
so
people, I feel like in different denominations, they kind of
once
bounce around.
once you get beyond.
yeah, it seems like everybody I've ever known that's left Catholicism bounces between like a bunch of different
It's
ones.
sad.
Yeah.
I no, it's really sad.
Which
It's
is-
really
I
sad.
mean,
It's really
whatever,
sad.
but-
no, it's
But I
not
mean, like,
whatever.
the
It's sad
people
because
that-
they don't have a
Look,
home.
Are
I've been to
Catholic
some.
that go to Catholic church, they just go to Catholic
I've
church.
been to some masses. I went to this one. I'll tell you. I'll explain who later.
Okay.
Remind me of that. I just can't say it right now. But the mass was the mass. They called it mass. They called it a Christian church, but there was no Our Father, which was like that's
Mhm.
like a massive Christian. That is Christian.
Like you have to say.
And there was no. Here's the thing that stood out the most to me, and I was only maybe 18. It would have been my senior year of high school,
yeah.
our senior year, because I was at that Hoops Mania basketball tournament.
Nice.
We weren't playing that year, but
Hoops mania.
Hoops
bragging.
Mania,
It's a
dude,
round
it was a
robin
big, it was a
tournament,
big,
guys. It's a
it
big
was-
deal.
It was a big
Quit
deal.
fucking bragging to everybody, dude.
Oh, dude, I sat the bench. Anyway, I always say that. That's my big joke. I won a state championship, but I sat the bench. Anyway, I didn't play I didn't play much at all. But whatever. Anyway, so we went there. There was no kids. That was the weirdest thing. Instead, during the service, all the kids went off to like a Sunday school type.
Oh,
thing.
they put them in a room.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was
That is weird. You gotta
Like
have-
that was
But
very.
dude, do you remember when we were kids? We had the cry room.
But that was.
But
for,
that's
that
different.
was
That's
a
for like
cry
a
room
mom
is
going to
different.
fucking
Yeah.
throw a tit in
And
the kid's
yeah,
mouth.
Yeah, and
Right.
they still had the window to where she
Yes.
could still see.
You can
and
still see,
participate.
and they had the
They
speakers.
had the
Yeah,
speaker
they got
in
a
there,
speaker
yeah.
so you can hear the.
Yep,
you
yep.
can hear
So
the
you're still
sermon and shit.
participating in mass.
Right.
This is a whole. The kids all go separate.
Yeah, it's
Really?
like yeah,
It was very odd.
and it's not like Sunday
was-
school
it
before
was-
church. Like it's
Yeah.
It was like picture like a mega church, but held in the size of a school gym.
How do you feel about a fucking church in a metal building?
Not a
We are
fan.
gonna split.
That
some
feels
we are
weird.
gonna. We are.
I mean, like-
I don't like churches.
I'm
in
not-
I
metal
think a
buildings.
church
I'm not
needs
into
to
that.
be
Feels weird.
brick with
Yeah,
stained.
dude.
Oh,
It needs-
Like,
it needs
you
to
need
be a
put your
solid
ass-
building.
You need
You've
to
seen
put
a
some
pic.
fucking
You've seen
effort
my
into a
church, right? You seen? I showed
Yeah,
you.
I've
pictures.
driven- yeah.
My church is. If a church is
Look,
ugly,
I've had my issues with it, but
I mean,
think,
like,
I think
then
our
you have
Catholic
like the
church is
modern
beautiful.
church. How do you guys feel about like modern churches?
I don't.
Not a fan.
I
what's
don't
a
know.
modern- Like I'm talking like in a metal building.
it-
I'm not.
just-
I'm not talking metal building though. I'm talking like architecture,
Like,
modern
maybe that
shit.
one
oh
that-
no, I
like
I have
carpet
a, I have
and
a
like-
Gothic
Maybe
church.
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
No, that's I like that. Shit.
Like, are you talking like the one that like Oreo got married in?
yes.
Like that one?
Yes.
You fucking
Yes.
Sandhill people always got names for everybody. Fucking-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
what do you feel
like
about
that one?
How do you feel about those?
I feel like they can be good.
I mean, like for sure.
They don't.
They're
have the-
definitely
they
not as
don't
bad
have
as,
the same
like-
feeling. Let me
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
something.
saying.
Here's
Okay,
something
Go
that
back to another
pissed
point.
me
Yeah, we don't know how to
off.
build that shit anymore.
We don't.
Oh,
Well,
we do.
I mean, we do, but
Who?
who? What do you mean? There's masons all over the place.
it's just not.
How
like-
There's masons that work in O'Neill.
Like that could do work. Like could do
There's
some-
masons
I-
that's working on the church here, our church
Yeah, right.
here.
They're
or
working on the
Catholic
church right
here.
now.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah,
you.
they're cleaning it up. They're,
It's just
they're
nobody's-
washing it out and redoing.
I feel
the
like
grout.
that's not like an architectural trend right now.
It's what it
So-
is it's expensive to do it
Yeah,
that
it
way.
is, it
So
is.
so in
Expensive
this
in
in this
labor.
economy, who are you gonna?
In
like,
this
it's
economy.
cheaper.
How
To,
are you
it's
gonna-
cheaper to pour formed
Yes.
concrete and
I know,
form
but-
buildings that way.
Yeah.
Way cheaper and way
I
more
don't think
efficient.
that's the way to do it. I just don't.
I mean, like, I hear what you mean. Like the beauty and the masterful craftsmanship and stuff. I get it.
Thank
But
you.
like as
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
efficiency, and,
I
like, use of
understand,
product,
but efficiency isn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
We're losing
a
sight.
tornado's gonna have a hard time taking a concrete building.
Yeah.
It will, but it's gonna be harder.
Right.
Anyway, what I was gonna say was, in reality, Martin Luther is just a Karen who posted on a billboard or on a,
Oh, that's
clipboard,
what you
but-
think? They thought he was a fucking terrorist, you little cocksucker. He fucking went up there and they wanted to drag him in the street. You don't understand.
What
If
an
we did that
antag-
now, they would hang us
You
high.
know what? You know what? He's just an antagonizer and a troublemaker.
He was the first
really.
comedian, really.
He's a troublemaker. That's the problem.
I
No,
don't know.
Saint Stephen is actually Catholic. Saint Stephen. He's
Catholic
the first
Saint
comedian.
Stephen.
You know about Saint Stephen?
No, I
Where
don't.
was he churching
Saint
at?
Stephen, the patron saint of comedians. In fact, he was, preaching in territory that wasn't super, conducive to Christianity at the time.
Oh, nice.
He was an early one
That's
in
baller.
in the first couple hundred years of the church,
Okay.
after the crucifixion. But anyway, he was getting
That's
killed.
ballsy.
He was getting killed. He was put to death.
Oh,
They
yeah.
put him on a grill.
Oh, flip me over.
Oh.
Yeah,
Flip me over.
he
I'm
was the
done on
guy.
this side.
He goes, "Hey, I think you should flip me over. I'm done on this side."
You got to be some ballsy
Yeah,
badass.
you got to be a
motherfucker.
badass fucker to
Yeah.
say that to the dudes that are killing you
For
by
sure.
putting you on a grill. Flip me over. I'm done on this
Yeah.
side. This side's done.
Fuck
Wild.
you, bitch.
Hell yeah! Cheers to.
Cheers.
Saint who?
I gotta
Steven?
take a piss.
You got to do it too?
I gotta
yeah.
piss
Do you
too.
do too?
Let's come back.
We can pause and come back.
Sure.
I'm digging this.
Yeah, me too.
This is a great episode.
Yeah.
This is a great
I'm
time.
vibing.
Hell yeah.
We're into it.
Yeah.
It's a little gay.
It's a little gay.
It's a little
but
gay.
I am recording now, but yeah.
Anything
Super
you get
gay.
into is super gay. It's a
Speaking
little
of,
flamboyant. We're just a
speaking
little
of-
flamboyant with
speaking
it.
of super gay, I was gonna say this earlier. Did you know in Japan? So, the thing about Japan is, you know how we've got anime nerds here that are super into it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I don't get
Crazy into it.
I'm not
Over
into
there,
either of it.
I'm not super. I mean, Dragon Ball Z is the only one I've ever really gotten into, but
I mean, like I watched Avatar as a kid.
that's,
Airbender.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah, but I don't know if that was like anime as much
I
as
don't
it
know.
was. Anime is that weird.
Like weird. Yeah, I know. What you mean.
I think anime has to come from Japan. I think that's
Okay.
like the line. But anyway, doesn't matter. Japan, we have anime dorks here. Over there, they have anime dorks that are into King of the Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they walk around. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Well, American culture
Which
matters
is
to
awesome.
the Japanese.
Look, if you want. Speaking of which, I had to delete Civilizations off my computer to keep doing this podcast, and I hope you fucking appreciate that.
Dude,
Delete
I love games like
Civilizations.
that, man.
That game is so fun. You take a civilization, you bring them from the Stone Age all the way
Yeah.
up into modern times.
That shit is lit. Have you ever played Honor?
You're the leader. I have put hundreds and hundreds of hours into that game.
Dude, those games are awesome.
I'm not forcing you to do anything. You seem to
I
be
had to-
dedicated to whatever you want.
I had to delete it so that we had room for these files for this show.
You're keeping the
sacrifice.
files?
I've
Put 'em
kept
on a
I've kept
drive.
a lot of them.
Put them on a drive. What are you doing?
I
Do you
just-
want me to
I've been
buy
too
you a
lazy.
drive?
I've been
True.
too lazy.
I'll buy a drive.
That's all it's been. It's been too lazy.
Shit, you can buy a fucking little terabyte drive that looks just
I
like
have
that.
one in that backpack right there.
Well,
I just
fucking
haven't put it
A.
on
What
there
do
yet.
you want? And he's yelling at me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sick of it. I can't be. I'm sick of not being a cultural leader. Anyway, America won the culture victory a long time ago.
No,
if
we
we're going
didn't.
by-
What did we win?
Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
dude,
There's
are you
McDonald's
serious?
in every
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
country. Coca-Cola.
We're our
won
culture's
we won the
international.
we've
telling me
destroyed. We've
Gaza has a McDonald's.
I
There
mean,
will
probably
be.
not anymore.
Nigeria, South Sudan,
There
North
will be.
Sudan,
Yeah, but
Madagascar.
dude, you gotta understand, like, what other, I guess, I mean, our country's a melting pot, but
You think
I mean, like,
Italy's
there's this-
happy there's a McDonald's there? You think the old Italian guys are like, yo, fucking
Who
McDonald's
gives a
on my
fuck
street.
what the old Italian guys want? They sided with the Nazis and then switched sides once they figured out they were losing.
it's true. Hung their
The
leader
mob
up
helped.
the street.
The mob helped. The mob helped that.
Well, the mob did a lot of good things that
The
don't-
mob-
that
the
they
mob-
don't get credit for, but
Sometimes
but they also did a lot of terrible, fucked up things too.
I believe
Yeah.
in localized gang activity. New York used to be a better place. Like
Certainly, yeah.
I really do. I mean, New York used to be a better place when when we were making good meth. This state was way better. You guys remember it?
Was that why
Okay.
it was better?
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't doing it.
Not
Nah.
you, but everybody else that was. It was a better. That's why we've had a decrease in quality here. I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I've got no idea
meth
about the quality
decreases
of
the
meth.
quality.
Oh my god!
I feel like meth just coming to an area decreases the quality of life.
Yeah, I know.
It
You gotta-
destroy
you
it.
gotta-
It eats a town inside
It
out.
used to be
Yeah.
American made. It was more trustworthy.
I don't know, man.
I don't think you can trust meth at all.
I
You
have
can't
no-
trust any of the drugs, but if you got to do it, see,
I don't
here's
even
the thing.
trust people that are around meth. I don't.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not just the meth. You guys, this is what you don't understand. You got to look big picture.
I just want to make it clear: Unpasteurized is not a pro meth
Yeah.
podcast.
No, no, no,
before,
no, no, we're
Before
not.
you say whatever the hell it is you're gonna say.
We're not pro drug at all. This isn't pro drug at all.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Beer's a drug.
Beer.
Yeah, there's a lot of drugs. We're anti.
It's NA.
We're just anti-meth,
Right.
for sure.
No, you can
That's
be pro
that's
whatever.
definite.
Yeah. No.
Even if so, okay, you
I'm
got
not
somebody
talking
who's
about that old
prescribed
German
Adderall.
chocolate shit that maybe we're different, but the trailer park bathtub shit, I'm not super. What are you talking about?
That's why it's not well, trailer. What do you want to do if you're shaking it in
Tell
the bottle?
try to sell me on meth.
Try to
I
sell
can
you on
sell-
meth.
I think you're.
All right.
That's what you're about to do. So,
How many people do you know on an Adderall prescription?
I don't know
That's
very
not
many.
methamphetamine.
It's
though.
not methamphetamines,
No.
but would you agree?
It's an amphetamine.
It's an amphetamine, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the chemical compound.
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay, but
methamphetamine.
we are getting closer, right?
right.
Okay. Now, Lucas, what do you do with your life? Do you take
I work in comedy.
Hey, Lucas, I have a question for you. Have you ever taken a stimulant?
Nicotine's a stimulant. So
Nicotine? How about caffeine?
Yeah. Oh, fuck loads of
You drink
caffeine.
lots and lots of caffeine.
Oh yeah.
Any other stimulants that might be out there that other people might take?
Yeah. I mean, I've.
Loads of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you have such products, would you say that maybe quality interferes with? Here's a question: you get a knee surgery. Do you want them to give you that what is that Tylenol? It starts with A.
Acetaminophen?
No.
What are you talking about?
No,
Advil.
no, it's not. It's not shelf. It might not start with an A.
Oh.
It's a. They prescribe it because it's jacked up Tylenol.
Codeine?
No, nope. They don't give you that anymore. They
Ambien?
give you that. No. Ambien is not for that.
Ambient's for sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Me and the boys in college used to take Ambien and try staying awake.
It doesn't.
After
it
about
doesn't-
15 minutes, it's fucking wild.
It might start with a
Wow.
T. It might be
It's
like
not good for you.
testosterone.
It has like a scientific name like that.
It's yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
Obama. It was Trump. Was it Trump in 2016? It was either Trump right after Obama or Obama right before Trump.
yeah.
Because everybody was dying from getting prescribed.
Whatever.
No,
This is
like
what
they
you're
were
talking
getting opioid pills.
Oh well, opioids are fucked up. Yeah.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure, aren't they? Didn't they
Yeah,
kill a
that's,
bunch of
it
people?
does. It's heroin. I mean, it's heroin.
Yeah.
Is it heroin?
Some of them are close
So
to heroin.
okay,
No,
that's
but
like Adderall's
didn't
close
like
to meth.
Didn't a shitload of people that went to the hospital and took opioids became addicted and they fucking
Yeah.
How many people
Died.
can't live
that's a
without their
that's a
Adderall?
that's a massive thing the Sackler
Yeah.
family got away with. They knew it was addictive and they claimed it
Yeah.
wasn't addictive at
right,
all.
Right.
Like it was a big, massive, big bad deal. That's why they
Mhm.
don't. That's like oxycodone and oxycontin.
Yes.
Like that's why they don't prescribe those things anymore, because there was a huge problem because they were bribing doctors and paying doctors to like they were getting bonuses for how many they prescribed. So that's
Right.
why.
Why? I
That's where
understand
those
that. That's
pill
why,
mills
like the
came from.
diabetes industry,
Well,
fucking
yeah,
funds
that's-
Peachos.
No, I mean that's why they.
That's why the
fucking
heart
support.
industry's like, do not take sodas out of this school because if we lose this American Heart Association, you can't. It's all contradictive.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
they want to
telling
make their
you-
money.
It is.
I'm telling you, just
But
like
what I'm
here's-
telling you is that I will take an Adderall, but I will not smoke meth. That's what
And
I'm,
I'm not
you.
telling anybody
Yeah.
to smoke meth, but if I was to tell somebody to smoke meth, I would want the meth to be the absolute best meth that it could possibly be. Just like if anybody was to do cocaine, ayahuasca, mushrooms, marijuana, I would want it to be the closest thing to
high quality, to a perfect natural
to as
product.
close to as what it should be as
Right.
possible. I wouldn't want it to be a dirtied product. And the problem is without these sort of things happening, we're getting these dirtied products where we used to have a cleaner line. We used to have non-vets that would they would belong to motorcycle gangs, and they would go down into different places when you could go across when you could just go across into Mexico. Shit was better. I knew a guy that was he was a river rat, lived up by Santee. He would cut ditchweed and run catfish. He'd run set lines all day. He'd eat catfish and run down to Mexico with ditchweed. bring it down there so they could cut their shit. Then he'd haul coke back and sell coke. Used to be a Marine, killer. He was a liberal, believe it or not.
Wow.
Voted for Hillary. Yeah, hated
Holy
Trump.
cow.
Yeah.
This is a fucking wild man.
No,
I'll say.
this guy was
Crazy.
wild.
What a life.
This guy was
What
something
a
else.
view on life that dude.
A
must have.
Marine in the Vietnam War.
Marine from the Vietnam War.
Wow.
Yeah, lived out of a trailer up on the river.
Combat vet. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
We should do more VFW shows. That's what
I
we
would
should do.
love to go to the VFW and just be
I'd
like,
love to- I'd-
stranger. Like, I would like get over here, talking to the mic. What kind of PTSD you got? Like,
How many people you kill?
I don't know, dude. What was my point? Yeah, my point was, and like, no, and like,
Meth?
yes. So there used to
Yeah,
be
pro meth. What you're gonna say? Pro meth.
pro meth. Yeah, I would want. I would.
You're
want it-
pro meth. I'm not.
I'm not
I just
necessarily
wanna
pro
make it
meth.
clear.
Here's the deal. If
Pro clean.
I would say
drugs,
this. I would
get
say
it.
this: knowing how to make amphetamine in a bad time is a good idea. But I also think knowing how to make napalm in a bad time is a good idea. I also think knowing how to reload your own ammo in a bad time is a good idea.
Thing is, those things can be used to defend yourself.
I also
Yeah.
think smoking your own sausage in a bad time is a good. Like, I think all these things are. You can't necessarily label stuff that could be bad as always bad. Is my point.
Mhm.
And so again, there used to be a time where the gangs that did run our streets were local. Were like the Hells Angels had a huge influence on our state. Like there was a lot of things that were influenced on this very highway that goes across our entire state,
Oh,
fellas.
dude, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, like
Well, that's why O'Neill's.
there's bodies buried in the sand, guys. You know that just as well as I do. So if we want things to be better, things need to be localized, and this is what the unpasteurized
See,
view
the thing
is.
is,
Is
if
what
you
we
get
need to-
involved, that's your body in the fucking sand.
Well, I
or
don't
it
want,
could be.
for what? If you fuck up, don't fuck up. Don't rat anybody out. Don't fuck up. And you know what? If you're not supposed to be there, you shouldn't have been there. See, that's the problem: is people get in the wrong places at the wrong time.
That's how you get involved with meth. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I would never recommend meth to anybody. I'm not telling you. I'm
'Cause
telling
it sounds
you.
like you're trying to.
No. I'm telling
No,
you.
I think I get it. Let
Yeah, no,
me
I-
try to explain, Taylor. I think I get what you're saying. He's saying, "Don't do it, just sell it." I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I think
right.
that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying?
if you had to as a commodity for the state.
Text
I mean,
the
you
man.
got everybody loves Breaking Bad until it's time to fucking do
Everybody
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's our
Listen,
motto.
if you-
Not
it-
tax
it
the
is
rich,
entertaining
tax the
enough.
Okay, okay. It's like, okay, well, if everybody's getting sunburned, they want aloe vera, and guess who's pimp then? The aloe vera farmer. You growing aloe vera at your house? No.
My great grandma grew an aloe vera plant.
Yeah, but enough
You
to
ever
rub
use-
on your skin daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She'd cut off a piece of a chunk of
rub
the
it
leaf,
on.
bro.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
regenerates.
Not that fast.
Well, not that fast, no, but you can get a lot of fucking.
Don't be a dipshit. Don't get sunburned every day.
yeah,
What are you
come on,
fucking
man.
doing?
Take care of yourself. What are you doing?
You can't.
Some
take,
people
you can't
like
catch a
aloe
tan.
vera for. I do.
You
That's
can't.
not the point.
I mean,
what are you talking
I
about?
catch a tan and I'm fucking good for the whole
Yeah.
summer. I mean,
I'm
I just
good
get
for the whole
darker and
summer.
darker. The
In the
tops of
same-
my knees get darker than the inside of my girlfriend's forearms. What do you want me to say?
Do they really?
They have, yes. Not this one because she's African, but the other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other one who was African American.
Right.
Different.
Different.
There's a difference. There's a huge difference. They get
Yeah.
mad at each other. There's a
Do
war.
they? Do they still? Or I thought I heard they were getting along now.
It's all lies.
Did you hear that
Really?
from Ket?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you
Did you hear that on
maybe-
this
maybe
podcast?
I might have,
Did you
actually.
hear that on this podcast?
I might have. I think I did listen to that one.
Well, thank you for listening. No,
Of
I
course.
think relations between people are the worst they've ever been.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm having a great time.
I don't know.
Of course, but dude,
no,
I got
no,
rid of
no.
all my social media and shit. Like I don't have
Yeah,
enough.
and you live in God's
Yeah.
country with like people who are actually like will like reciprocate good behavior. and are
Everybody
nice.
will if you just treat them that way,
Yeah, and so like
no matter where you're at.
that, yes,
I think. I mean,
hope. You
yeah,
hope.
but
would you say that's true with what we've seen in our little world of our? I don't think most people are.
I would say more often than not because I haven't gotten any serious direct hate yet. At least
Not
publicly.
no. But you don't think like
Maybe behind closed doors, but like I'm
Yeah.
not
who gives a fuck about
because
that?
because also though I'm not antagonizing the situation. I don't
Yeah,
care. I would actually
You have your
I
opinions.
want them to be funny. I
Yeah.
just want the shows to be good.
We're not
That's all I
talking.
want.
I
What
was
are you
talking
talking
about
about?
people, not comedy. What do you? No, this is about people,
are
as a whole.
people.
You're talking about people in general.
I think a lot of people are actually trying to get one up on something or somebody currently in this time in life. And I know that there's people that are hurt, and like the people who actually will give you the benefit of the doubt are the people who are hurt, but they're still trying to look for a way to crawl out of something. And like, seems like everybody's
I don't
just
know.
trying to
I
take
think-
advantage.
I
of
think
something.
you get what you give, dude. Like I think
Yeah, you got to be
I thi-
reciprocate.
if you like treat people with respect, I think most of the time they're gonna give it back.
Yeah,
like
dude.
at the end of the day,
I think around
Yeah,
here.
dude, I'm gonna
I
have
think
to
around here.
disagree.
that's a general.
I
that's
think
a
around
general.
here. I think around here.
Even
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. My trips to the big cities.
See, me too, like-
I felt like
Of course, I usually
everybody
just
I dealt
visit
with
for a
was
few days,
nice.
but-
Yeah, I mean, I didn't live there, but
Yeah.
like they were for the majority
Everyone's
part.
nice to
Like
me.
as long as you weren't like, you were just like, hey, I need to figure this out. Can you help me out real quick? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like it's not. I don't want any money. I just want some information. Like,
Yeah.
can you point me this direction? Like that stuff. I've never like No, I don't think. I disagree. I think it depends on where you're meeting people and what your motives are
That's
and
fair.
what you're trying
That's
to do.
fair. I might be in the wrong part of town.
Maybe that's what it is because I've never even in New York I was just like chilling and chatting with the homeless like
yeah, dude.
and
That's
like-
the thing.
Yeah, but that
even
was-
homeless people. Like,
Yeah,
And
the
like-
homeless people are different. New York.
They
Yeah,
are
but like
different.
like I would talk to some people like if I needed something I'd talk to them. I had a lesbian hit on me. That was super cute.
nice.
Well, she thought I was a girl for sure.
You
But-
have You're good with lesbians.
Lucas is a lesbian. What are you talking about?
yeah, the bearded lesbian.
He's the bearded
lesbian.
lesbian.
I was
Dude,
walking.
that's
I was
so
walking through Manhattan wearing a tie-dye shirt, denim overalls,
Long hair.
and my long hair.
Yeah. You
And
look like
she
a
saw
lesbian.
me from behind. So
That's perfect, dude. You're a lesbian with a
I
dick.
heard her footsteps running up behind me,
Dude, that's awesome.
and as soon as I turned around, the disappointment in her face was crazy. Because I had a beard-ish, like I had this shitty goatee thing that I have. This half-assed fucking goatee. It just grows in all white trashy like this.
Hey man, that's perfect.
But
Does it really?
yeah, it really does. And she bailed on her whole plan. Like
Oh.
you could tell she was like, "Oh, I was just, I'm out here collecting, donations and signatures for breast cancer awareness." And I was like, "Oh,
Is that
that's
really
cool."
what she said?
Yeah, that's really what she said. And she really was. Like they had a little table set up. Like
But
that's
she was doing it for pussy.
she was running over to try and get some pussy.
yeah.
And
So there you go.
and then she bailed on it. But then I was like, "Oh," and then I got to say like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I actually know all about that." She goes, "Oh, you do?" And I was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend's an oncologist actually." Like, so I know all about fucking
Yeah,
cancer.
yeah.
And she was like, I knew more about it than she did. So the conversation ended. And
So
then I
you-
went and looked at the Statue of Liberty from the Staten Island Ferry, which was cool.
Good for you.
You just caught
The Freedom Tower was cool. I
Jamestown
didn't
Ferry.
like what was going on the ground, but
beat them kids.
dude, I was so mad. I
What
was
happened?
not happy. So where the Twin Towers were,
Mm-hmm.
there's like these memorial things here. So there's like these pits where the foundations used to be.
Right.
It's like these, never-ending fountain type
Yeah,
things.
and it like
that-
flows into the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I've seen pictures.
So around there is the names etched into like marble heads,
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
like stones of like all the people that were there and shit. And these fucking tourists, I mean, fucking like kids were like jumping up on these things and like hopping down. There was like no reverence to the fact that like
Yeah.
these thousands of people died right there
right.
in those
like,
pits. And like,
they are kids though.
but
it's bad
but it was
parenting.
the
Yeah,
parents.
but it's bad
It wasn't. I'm not. I
Ah.
wasn't necessarily upset at the kids. I was upset at, the,
sure.
at the parenting of the fact
Yeah.
that, and I mean, grown-ups were also like leaned up ass against all the names, like
yeah.
taking selfies with the pool.
I feel like they probably have benches there.
there are,
So like sit your ass on a bench.
and there was also like people like
America,
selling shit, like walking around selling shit right there at the
Yeah.
bottom, and like
And that's
I mean,
why I
whatever.
think that humanity is where the fuck it's at. And
that
it's-
was upsetting to me. But also, you'll find that anywhere.
yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah.
People
that's-
like you can find
I'm-
that. You'll find that
I-
anywhere in history.
to
too,
me,
though.
that was just
I
personal.
know. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
To
saying.
me, that was just personal because that was the first tragedy I
That's just
remember
people,
happening. But
man. I mean, like people aren't getting worse. Like people are just still being people.
I've said
You know
that
what I mean?
forever.
That's what that's what I think isn't good. I think we were supposed to like grow.
I think
we'll
people
get
were,
there, dog.
I
it
think
takes
people were always
thousands.
this
Of
shitty.
years. It'll take
Yeah.
hundreds of years to get better.
Dude, you know
Think
me
about this though. I mean, like we are better now. I feel like
overall.
Our words
Overall?
are better. the way we do battle is like terrible. We have lot.
Okay, but I mean, like, I'm talking society.
Society.
in
people.
what way?
Overall, I mean,
'Cause this is
Overall,
unpasteurized.
peaceful society is way better now than overall peaceful society would have been 100 years ago or 200 years ago.
Where?
Anywhere.
No,
What do you mean?
Gaza.
Okay,
that was
but
happening.
that's
that
I'm
was
talking.
also happening everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
I know it's so.
but
so
we're-
it's
but
not
I'm saying
we're
I'm
talking-
saying
he's talking
civilized,
overall,
peaceful
like,
society.
He's
areas
talking
like that.
worldwide.
Yeah.
There have always been areas that have had that shit going on.
Mexico, Guatemala.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. I feel like, oh, shit.
Are you talking white countries?
No, and those are
kinda.
even bad. Now you got skinheads out in the street kicking Muslims in the face at night. So like, where's good right now?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Here's
I'm trying to be because I feel you. I want to give people.
I feel like there's
humanity
less
faith.
person-on-person violence now.
I would.
On a
I mean,
Greek
but also,
level.
like, there is a
Because-
factor of
Or is that just Nebraska?
Well, they say
Or-
sex
I mean,
maybe.
is that just America?
Midwest. Could be Midwest.
Is that just
you mean
America?
like you
that-
mean like assaults?
assault?
Because
yeah.
people are so worried that they can't go to jail because their kids will not be able to fucking eat for the rest of their life.
I'm not
because of-
saying it's for good reasons,
it's not for good reasons.
but I'm
That's
saying
what's
like,
that's why the world is falling apart for bad reasons. That's why you're having the issues you're having is because when it's time to actually do something bad for a good reason, you get subjugated to the point to where it's like that's why when somebody's acting a fool and you're like, God, somebody should knock this fucking guy out. He's hit 2 women already and we're at an Applebee's. If you're the guy who fucking bam and you lay him down, oh fuck, you broke his. Now you're
I don't
sued.
think anyone would object to somebody who hits a woman at Applebee's.
That's not true. That's not true. I watched a guy beat the fuck out of 3 women at fucking Disneyland, and nobody did shit. And then the cops,
including you.
and then the cops got there, and they showed up, and they pushed everybody aside, and then they were like yelling at the women.
What?
Like, yeah, I swear to God.
What'd you say?
I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No, my God, it was on video. These videos are all
Dude, you gotta quit watching the
No.
fucking
You
videos,
gotta
dude.
stay off. You gotta stop
when
doing
when
that.
fights happen, I have direct line.
Because
on
that's like
Disneyland.
You're
that's
getting a
like
direct
less
line
than
to the-
1% of
yeah,
the
you're
shit.
getting a direct
Disneyland
line.
fights happen daily.
I know, but like, I mean, like,
That's
I
not.
feel-
That's 365 times a year.
There's so many people and so many interactions, like compared to those, like,
yeah, you're right.
you know what I mean?
It's just
There's way more of the good.
It's just like cops. There's a lot of bad interactions with people, but there is also like a lot of. I've had a lot of decent interactions with cops.
I don't have
that
bad
are not
interactions
bad.
with
Like,
cops, but
Me
I'm
neither.
free, white, and 21.
True.
And I
that's
usually
true.
have my hair cut.
But
The
look at
worst
me.
interactions I've
Dude.
had are since I've been had on long
Oh,
hair.
really?
Dude,
For sure.
Look at me. I'm fucking walking probable cause.
I mean,
like,
you got to put on an
I
act.
look
for
like
them,
a trouble.
you know.
Me?
No, I
I
mean,
don't
like
know.
when the cops pull you over.
Oh yeah,
You got to be
real
Mr.
razzed
Yes,
up.
sir.
Here's
yes,
what
sir.
here's what's my favorite. Here's what my favorite thing in the world to do is, Brad, is when they're walking away, going back, and it's all over with.
Yeah.
You lean out the window and you go, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't get pulled over often. Do I need to go first, or do I let you go?"
Nice. That's a nice touch.
Isn't it nice?
Nice
Isn't
and
it nice to
innocent.
fucking hit him with that?
Yeah.
Hit him with that. I love it.
That is
I hit a cop with that in Kearney one time after he definitely should have searched the car.
Ah.
But
Hey.
my tag fell off of my back license plate, and he thought he had a real solid bust going. Like he was like you know, your tags are out of date, because it was like the first, like I had maybe had them on there for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I just put the new sticker on,
Uh-huh.
and the tag had fallen off the back, and I
No.
said, "No, actually, my registration's in date. I just did it the other day." And he goes, "Oh, well, your tag's missing on the back." I said, "I don't know what to tell you. The sticker must have fallen off or something." So I gave him my registration. I was all calm and cool. He walks away from the window. I start fucking shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh fuck!" 'Cause there was an ounce of weed sitting in the fucking like on the floor by the
I hope
passenger
no
seat.
cops ever listen to this.
We had just rolled a blunt and smoked one on the interstate right before we pulled off.
Very
And
nice.
then and I was dressed. It was Halloween. I was dressed in a green Power Ranger costume.
Oh man, what a shock.
Yeah, with a green
Kearney?
bandana on.
Were you trying to get laid?
I had a girl with me, first baby mama. She was pregnant. We didn't know it yet.
That's hot.
No.
You guys drank a lot that night, I'm sure.
I drank a lot, and I was very unhappy with the way the night ended. I was not pleased about it.
I'll tell you this. most nights
I was
are bad.
I was
Oh.
embarrassed by the woman's behavior personally.
I hate that.
But
When a woman's
Yeah.
behavior is embarrassing.
yeah, the cop
Act
let
like
me
a
go,
lady,
and then I leaned
goddammit.
out the window and I said that, and he was like, "I'll pull out." block traffic for you. He pulled out and like blocked a lane of traffic so I could pull out.
What a guy.
Damn.
I don't know. I do well with cops. You just respect them. You just
Yeah,
do
dude.
what they ask, and you're usually fine.
But like Taylor said, we are white.
We are white.
So
We are white.
But
we are white.
as I've said this on stage, and I'll say it again here. I think when you're in a place where everybody's white, that white privilege
It does
becomes
kinda-
pretty
yeah.
negligible. If you're in a place that there's only white people, that doesn't really matter anymore.
yeah.
Like they will 100% judge you off what kind of white you are.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And do I cut the build of what they don't want to fuck with? Like,
I'll give you this. You look more white trash than you are.
That's for sure.
do I know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, yeah. And then we mean that as a compliment. Yeah.
I don't know how to take that.
In a good way.
It's a compliment. dude.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
good. Yeah.
Well, I'll take that, I suppose.
Yeah.
I've been job hunting. Brad, do you want to hear the craziest job
I've been
fucking
job
hunt
hunting.
story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so I uploaded my resume to Indeed, or I thought I did. I used ChatGPT to spice the fucker up.
Nice.
Of course, obviously.
Right.
So I just copied the link and pasted it because I was trying to do it all on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Something somewhere got fucked up. I was unaware for a month. I mean, I probably sent this resume out to 15 different places.
Nice.
The Google Docs link got all fucked up, and it was somebody's fucking paper on like the conquest of North Africa and fighting Rommel.
Oh.
And I had sent that to like 15 different employers asking for a job.
Wow.
It was somebody else's name on it and everything. It
Were
was
they-
just like a
wow.
term paper because it was the wrong fucking Google Doc.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'd read it.
I mean, it did. It was a decent paper. I mean,
Yeah.
but I didn't know about it for a month. I didn't realize it was like because I wasn't getting any calls back.
He
I
got
was
red
getting
flagged
nothing.
on Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting no calls back. I was getting nothing. I was like, I have never had this much problem. Like, at least even getting an interview. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't get the job, but I've never gone this
There-
long and done this many applications and not gotten one thing back. Not even a denial. Not even like a no, we're going to go in a different direction. Like, nothing. I was hearing nothing from any of these companies. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, all right, ChatGPT, make this good, but make it even like this is what you gave me before. Make it even better. So they spiced it up even more. And then I went to go share that one, and I like when I clicked on it, it brought up what my current resume was, and it was like Aaron Brewster, like
It was like a
fucking
sample one.
2022. No, like it was like somebody's actual term paper.
Oh,
is what it
you're
looked
on the
like.
term pa- Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you.
But it had just taken their term paper and like filtered it in. So like when we get down to like most current recent job, it was like it was like the first
Rommel
it was
attacked,
first
whatever.
paragraph
Yeah, right.
of this paper. I was like, oh my god.
That's hilarious.
So I got that fixed. But anyway,
They're not hiring. Nowhere's
They're-
hiring. No one hired me. I applied for so many jobs.
I've got I should have another interview pretty soon.
Nice.
Where
Be a
at?
route
Tires,
driver.
tires.
No, not tires, uniforms. Think like uniforms and rugs.
uniforms, uniforms, uniforms.
Yeah, think like a para, but a different company.
Okay.
Bring your starch.
Listen, man, I've got my CDL. I'll be traveling all around all around if I get it, and they better fucking pay.
Yeah.
But
you do a
I
hair
gotta
follicle
tell you,
test?
I can't wait to give the post office my 2-week notice. You got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
Would you succumb to a hair follicle test?
I have to do a DOT physical.
When? For
So
this?
do I.
Yeah,
When is that?
I don't know. Whenever, if I get, I mean, it's just an interview.
What if
right
they're like
now.
you need to do this in a week?
I can't.
Usually a DOT physical wouldn't be like that though. I think that's like you have to get that.
Yeah, I have to go to a doctor to get that.
Yeah,
like,
that's like
you-
every
you
2
go and
years
get
you
that.
have to get that.
yeah. Well, I mean, my CDL is an intrastate one anyway.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Well,
So that's like I'm gonna have to talk to them guys and be like, my CDL is an intrastate.
There goes Council Bluffs.
Well, I mean, not if their trucks
There
don't.
goes Sioux
if
City.
if their trucks are under the weight, then it doesn't matter, because you don't need a CDL for that. But
Their vans.
I might need to go
Dry
rechange
vans?
it. I don't know. I don't know enough. They're a small-ish company. but they run all the way Des Moines, Sioux City.
You're listed out of state areas.
I know, but that's if it doesn't need a CDL to drive the truck, then that doesn't
right,
matter. Like my intrastate is I can
I'm
drive.
out here
I can drive
driver.
But I'm like,
I drive all day
I have a
long.
Class A CDL with air brakes. I can fucking. That'll be no
Damn,
problem.
you're rolling.
I've had that for 10 years. I need to renew it actually, but
I'm sorry, but I have to take another piss. I broke the seal.
I do too. I mean, we can come back and keep recording. You guys feeling good, or what do you want
We
to
can do more time.
We can do a little more. I probably better go to bed soon.
All right, I could have another dart, but
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, we
In
can.
the thrill.
We can do that and bring it back. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit ashamed that we haven't done this yet. Unpasteurized. How you feel about unpasteurized milk, Brad?
Dude, I honestly don't know any fucking thing about milk.
All right. Well, milk is a commodity,
Right.
right?
I've heard of it.
You remember
heard
going to the
milk?
Stir Museum?
Oh, I
Do
do
you remember how we
the
made?
stories,
Do you remember how we made our own butter and our own cream that day?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so like unpasteurized milk is straight out of the cow.
Got you.
What you get at the grocery store is like they take it and they scoop all the cream and shit off. of it.
Yeah.
Well, they
And
cook
they
it.
boil
They
it down, they cook it down
and they separate
To
everything.
like they separate it. It's like a bunch of cows all mixed together.
Got
Like
you.
thousands of cows worth of milk all mixed together and shit.
They have them on
and they scrape the
carousel.
cream
Sometimes
off
they
top.
get stuck. You can watch videos on YouTube.
No shit.
Yeah. And yeah. So unpasteurized milk is like you milked the cow
And drank it.
And drank it. I like it chilled in the fridge. Some fucking freaks like it warm, but
You
whatever.
can drink more milk. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But anyway,
Babies love it.
you know
Right,
that
right.
that
100
unpasteurized
degrees.
milk.
100 degrees,
A cow runs about 100, 101.
and that's what, the
It's
temperature
fine.
of the milk.
Well, if you take it
when
straight
you
out
come,
of the tap.
or you urinate, or you spit, it's 98, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't
Well,
it be?
yeah. If you're gonna
I
fake it, if
guess.
you're gonna fake a drug test, you gotta make sure it's the right temperature. Otherwise,
That's true. Yeah. You got to make sure your piss is warm.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So unpasteurized milk, when you have it and it sits in the fridge, it'll separate and there'll be like a bunch of cream and shit at the top. So you gotta shake it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it. Fantastic.
That's why, like,
we're gonna have to get you some
Kerrygold.
unpasteurized milk.
All right.
That's like why, like, Kerrygold.
I've never had it. I don't think.
the
Unless
butter.
maybe we tried it that time. Sorry.
It's
I
got
don't
more fat
recall.
in it. It's got more fat.
The Kerrygold?
And then there's stuff that's alive in milk. No, well, milk in general, like
Oh, gotcha.
unpasteurized milk.
Oh.
There's stuff that's alive. The stuff. That they
Yeah.
call
Right.
enzyme-
I'm
yeah.
sure. Like the microorganisms and shit.
Yeah, yeah. And now, cattle dairy is high in lactose, and I think that's why it's very like soothing, like to drink milk, is
Okay.
because it's it'll
Yeah.
make you ooh, and that's like why babies want milk. What do you want me? I mean, we can go on about milk. You got any
Anyway,
questions?
yeah, if you got a line on unpasteurized milk, let us know because
what we're
it's-
trying to do is we're trying to bring back local dairies. Nebraska used to be about 4th or 5th in actual like local dairy production,
Really?
and that number died sometime in like the 2010s. It really died. We used to have way more local dairies, and like they all took a hit. And like because we have like Highland milk, but like the dairies aren't as separate as they used to be. So now, so things are changing, and we support small beef, small dairy,
Oh, yeah.
small
very
tomato,
very pro
yeah.
rancher
small
on
turnip.
this.
Small anything.
Yeah.
we're all small,
Small dick.
business.
We're
Oh,
anti
of course we're small
Monsanto.
dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're small business. Yeah, anti big
small
bang.
business, anti big dick. No big
Yes,
dicks.
definitely,
We
yeah.
don't like big dicks around
Do we
here.
say
No.
big dick? I said big bank, but sure.
Either or.
No, we
We
got.
like- we like
fuck
small
you.
dicks.
I pull above the average. So what are you trying
Well,
to?
so do I, but I did a black girlfriend, so I'm below.
I understand.
I'm playing in a different league, brother.
Yeah,
True.
well, that's because we're interdimensional.
I'm an
Not
interdimensional being,
interdimensional,
baby.
international, whatever. That's a whole different thing. When you get into that, like, yeah.
But anyway, unpasteurized milk. It's hard. It's like it's harder to find than drugs. Like
Really?
Yeah, well, most people that are running that are going to be like, you either got to have, like, said, a very untapped source on a dairy. You got to have an untapped source on the
You
dairy.
gotta
or-
know somebody that works at the dairy.
It's illegal
like,
to sell.
it's-
That's
Oh,
the-
really?
it's not
the-
legal, yeah.
because it's not USDA.
Oh, approved. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's like like
It's kind of like when you buy chickens from the Mennonites or anything like that.
well, yeah,
Sure.
it's like
that
okay,
kind
that's
of
why
thing.
you can't like sell wild game, or you can't
Mhm.
like if the government hasn't put its seal of approval on it, and that's why it's like Lucas and I have had this discussion before. Like, if I was like, dude, I want to rent a building for $1,000 a month and it's got a sink and like a counter in it, I'm gonna start butchering. And I know this guy who's, he's gonna actually like loan me, right? Like, I'm gonna get loaned a goat, loaned a sheep.
Get fronted a half a cow.
Yeah.
I'm getting fronted 30 chickens and I'm getting fronted half a cow, right? And like,
Sure.
just was like, and whatever, like, and it's gonna be wholesale. If like I tried to start that butcher shop without being like approved as like, with the proper approval,
Mm-hmm.
Daddy's out of business.
Right.
Yeah. Because they'll come.
Big Daddy government.
Yeah, they're gonna send the sheriff in there, and then that's why people have shootouts.
Anyway, ideally, where we want to get to is where we have unpasteurized milk to give guests.
We would love
instead of
milk,
beer.
milk and maple syrup. It used to, that's how they used to.
Oh yeah, some.
Oh
homemade
my
maple
God!
syrup.
If you've had like the dairies up there in the Northeast,
Yeah.
which I would actually, that's like something I would try. Like I've always been like a big believer of like, oh my God, it would be awesome to like actually try. Like, this is California. All right, fantastic. This milk is this is Vermont milk.
Yeah. Right.
This is Wisconsin milk. Like from the Iowa dairy we have and this is a Holstein. She's blah, 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 like I would love that. I would love to go to a milk.
Like
thing.
A milk
like
tasting, just like that
oh,
Napoleon Dynamite.
I was gonna say,
scene.
just like Pedro.
Yeah.
Just like Pedro.
No,
and
I would love that.
Napoleon
I would love that.
Dynamite.
Not for like FFA, which
This
would be
cow
or
walked
no, it
through an
was
onion
Napoleon,
patch.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
this
Napoleon,
cow
yeah.
walked through an onion patch.
Yeah. This one tastes like the cow got into the onion patch.
That's you, baby. You're Napoleon with charisma.
No. Well, yeah. But I think
He
that'd be
is. He
what-
kind of looks like him too.
I do. I
He's
look
like a
at him
Napoleon
or
with
Jeffrey
charisma.
Dahmer. If my hair's shorter, I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, I hated that. I had
Hey,
some
Chicks thinks he's hot though.
chicks are perverts.
Chicks are crazy about like psycho killers.
Psycho killer.
Think I'm psycho,
Mhm.
don't you, mama?
They do think you're psycho. They do think I'm psycho. I probably am a psycho. I go
Oh,
into a
for sure.
character
Yeah,
apparently.
you seem fine.
I try to be normal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's all you can do.
What else are you gonna do?
Right.
What else am I gonna do? Just try to do comedy and try to have fun. And
Yeah.
try to make more kids and
Yeah.
eat steak as much as I can. Really.
Amen. Yeah, that's perfect.
What do you
Oh, yeah.
want? You know,
Steak and not pulling out. That's what
Steak
I want.
and-
But
cream pies.
steak and cream
Honestly, a
pies.
sour cream raisin pie from the fair sounds pretty good right now.
Ew.
You know,
Sour
like-
cream
Ew.
raisin?
That sounds disgusting.
You've never had a
Yeah,
good
dude.
sour cream and raisin pie? That's because
Nah,
all right. You're gonna be
What
at
the fuck?
that's crazy.
That's insane.
you guys are wrong.
That must be some fucking gay ass Lutheran thing or something.
Oh my! First of all, don't go insulting because you're afraid. What are you afraid of? You don't like raisins or you don't like sour cream?
I like both of those things
I like-
separately.
yeah.
You ever
I
have
like
a
them
sour
on their
cream
own.
pound cake? Sour cream doesn't necessarily have to be sour. You can,
Yeah, I know, right?
You
yeah.
could throw sugar or something in it.
Yeah.
I'm
It's just like-
picturing somebody popped off the top of a daisy thing and sprinkled raisins on top of it. That's what
That's
I'm
what I
fucking
pictured.
picturing.
Oh no, it's like really sugary. So it
yeah,
almost,
but then like you bake it and makes it good and shit. Yeah, I believe
Okay,
that's good.
it's sour. Yeah.
it's really good. I had a what the fuck? Doesn't matter.
Sour cream raisin pie. What the fuck's the matter?
Sour cream raisin pie. That's what the church makes at the fucking county
Yeah.
fair.
The
It is the Lutheran
Right,
church. You're
right.
right. You're right.
it's a Lutheran thing.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
I'll have to. You know what?
yeah,
You
I don't
don't
know
knock
what
it
to
till you
tell
try
you.
it. You
We
ever
had
had blood
fucking
soup?
quiche.
Quiche? That's
Never
Jewish
had
as fuck.
quiche.
We had quiche all the time. The
You-
grandparents' breakfast. That's what they served. That's what that is.
Oh, really?
This casserole, that egg
It's a-
casserole
that's
thing
what
that they
quiche
served.
is, a
Grandparents'
casserole.
breakfast.
Okay.
That's quiche.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just didn't know the name of it.
When they call it, when you order it at a restaurant, they usually make it in like muffin cups. Like
Okay.
it's usually done really small.
So it's like an
but,
egg baked casserole
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a bake.
Yeah, it's like an egg
Yeah.
baked casserole thing.
Got you.
It's always
Dude,
got chives in it. Shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. That
Mm.
shit is fucking good, dude.
It is fucking good. Ain't nothing like taking up some egg baked casserole, chopping that up, throwing it in a tortilla
Oh,
for
yeah.
a whole week. You got
Mhm.
For a whole week.
for a week. You got a week's worth of breakfast tortilla,
Yeah,
breakfast
dude.
That's what you
burritos,
live for?
homemade breakfast burrito. Dude, I haven't had that in a long time.
I made, yeah, dude, making your own homemade breakfast burritos is awesome.
Do you crack about 7 eggs mixed with about a
Mhm.
pound of sausage in a
Yes.
pan?
You got to
cook
go
that
to
shit up.
Torpin's, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
you got
out
that Torpin's. Yeah, you gotta get the Torpin's. You gotta get that Jimmy Dean hot sausage.
Yeah,
or
oh,
even
dude,
the-
no, you
even
got to
their-
get the house sausage.
the house sausage is good. They got
Yeah.
a good
What's a
house
Torpin?
sausage. It's a it's a
Uh,
grocery store.
Yeah. Or a local
Try to not
grocery
eat
store.
pork.
It's a rodeo market.
at the rodeo market.
Pork's cheap,
Yeah.
dude.
I try to not eat it.
Really?
Why?
There's a reason.
You
Well,
fucking
because
scared?
Because it's
Of
unclean.
pork?
In your muzzle.
Was that like number 8 for Luther or what?
it ain't even.
I never
about
got
the-
past the first 2
Yeah.
or 3, but
Well, my great grandpa and my great great grandpa before him, Herman and then Martin, were hog raisers,
Oh yeah.
and they raised pasture-raised pork. And like, I'm telling you, I watch. They throw when they make hog feed, the plastic bags that it comes in
Oh yeah. No, hogs are disgusting.
gets ground up with it.
Yeah.
And then like, here's the thing: our dearest Governor Pillen, raises these fucking
Yes.
things underground in the old military like silo things.
Really?
for real? That's a real thing?
Why would I lie about that?
I don't know.
You know along I-80 how all
because
the,
it's funny.
you know
I don't
along
know.
I-80 how there's all those bunkers out there. There's old military bunkers that were. You guys don't
Yeah.
pay attention when you drive.
Nope.
Okay, well there's bunkers along the old interstate.
Yeah.
From the big one from WW2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why we have all these little airports all over. He's raising pigs underneath the ground.
That's
I
how
don't
you
know.
get. That's how you get fucking orcs. That's what.
Well, yeah. Actually,
that's how
that's
you
true.
get fucking
dude.
orcs.
That's true.
I don't think people are.
Are the missiles still in there? That'd be crazy.
We're giving
I
these
don't-
orcs.
We're giving these orcs
WMDs.
The orcs have nukes now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's proper.
Anyway, you want to talk about local government? How about the fact that we shut down the whole, undoing our whole split the electoral college vote?
Wait, what? What?
You don't know about that?
Oh, Nebraska.
Here in Nebraska?
They recently
We used to
tried. We still split it. They recently tried to pass a bill that was going to undo that.
Yeah, because they want
So
to
that
win.
Omaha and Lincoln could vote for everybody.
Nebraska is
Yeah.
actually liberally controlled in our unicameral, and if you pay attention, there's like Nebraska unicameral watch. These people actually will like tell you what's going down. We are not a red state. We're probably closer to purple than like we're more purple, but like
Mhm.
okay, if you're looking
Well, I mean,
at
our
like,
Which
vote
is fine.
split every time.
no, it's not fine because it's not like the things that you want from the left wing side that you lean to. You're
Look.
not getting your legal weed or your medical weed or what you want. You're not seeing the land being taken care of and having more public access and shit like that. You're not seeing the food initiatives change to where the
Mhm.
schools are eating more local meat or whatever. You're not seeing any of that stuff happen. What you're getting is the mob ran mentality of the Democrat Party that took over Omaha, that's allowing the homelessness, that's making the old neighborhoods die out, that's building all these new shitty suburban areas, that's making the rent be out of control, that's making the cost of everything be out of fucking just the wazoo. You see how many dead business fronts there are. What are you talking about, Luke?
Anyway, the whole point was this bill
Yeah.
was about taking away the fact that we can split up our electoral votes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Us and Maine, Nebraska and Maine are the only 2 states that do that.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're the only unicameral in the
And-
whole fucking joint.
Will you shut the fuck up for a minute?
I'm sorry. I'm just got
The
to
whole
take pride
point
in
is that I think every state should do that. Every state should be dividing up their electoral college votes because
Between the rural areas and suburban areas.
make your divisions however you want to make them. Make them definitely based where the population is fairly balanced
Yeah.
as best you can.
the population
But-
in this state's not balanced.
Okay, that's why the other 2 districts are
Right.
huge and the one district is Omaha. That's
Yeah, right.
that's why
I
it's
know,
that way.
I know, but like, if you
Okay, but if every other state did that, it would be more of your vote would actually matter type of
Yeah,
thing.
right. It would be.
Where,
I mean, it would
whereas
be-
the
it would
only
be
2
the
states that do that, their votes they only have 3 votes apiece.
It would be. They
Which
would
is
group
fucked.
high, like the
Yeah.
highest populated area, and then like everywhere else.
Yeah.
It would be.
Well,
the
that's
same
the way it is.
everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
But that's-
And
you think
instead,
that
but
that's
that's not how it works in California, who has 50 some electoral
Right.
votes,
And it goes blue
where
every
it
time
has
because of
it,
LA.
it goes blue every time because of LA and San Francisco.
Yes.
And they have those huge cities, but once you get out of those cities, it's rural as fuck, just like
Mhm.
Nebraska.
yeah,
So if every state would divide their electoral votes correctly like that,
yeah,
then I think we would have a more balanced election every single year instead of it having to be absurd, crazy shit just for one side to win over the other.
Right.
I think we would get back to more of a people's votes actually, because I don't think my vote really matters. My vote has never counted, not a once. None of my votes have ever been
Did you
the
vote
same
for
as
Trump?
no,
Not this year.
no,
Not even this year, where it mattered.
no.
Did you for Joe Jorgensen last year or the last time?
The last time I actually voted early both times. 'Cause being a postal employee, I can do that. I can mail my shit in early.
You took
No, last time I voted for Tulsi Gabbard, sent my fucking thing in, and she dropped out the next day.
Oh, nice.
The next day was when she announced it, and I was like, my ballot hasn't even gotten there yet, and she already fucking quit. What the fuck?
I don't know. See,
And
This is
before that, I voted for that fella from Gary Johnson,
Gary Johnson.
who was doing good. He was going to be the first libertarian to make it to the
he didn't know
debates.
what was
Aleppo.
Aleppo.
Which, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
That should not have killed him, because that is a city and a country across the world.
I was just saying
That
I
should
no
not
idea
have
what that
ruined
was.
him, because most of his shit was about America first anyway.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you're gonna worry about America first, you got to worry about which places you're not going to be involved in. You got to figure out where you're leaving.
I mean, you have to have a general idea.
you got to figure out where you're leaving. Are you gonna
you
leave the
do,
helicopters?
but do you know every fucking city in Syria?
I don't.
Right,
Can you name
exactly.
one
I
city in Syria?
couldn't. I'm not saying I'm the guy. That's why
Yeah.
I don't want to run for president, because when they would be like, well, we have a military operation over here, and I'd be like, well, why? And I'd probably make mistakes. I would make mistakes, and then being the person I am, I would tell people on the TV, I'd be like, listen, and then they'd kill me. Somebody'd kill me.
I'd get killed
Immediately.
long before I ever won. That's the problem.
Exactly. They would
I
get
don't
me
I'd
right
get
away.
shot immediately.
I mean, I think people. I don't know. I feel like if I ran, there's no fucking way I'd even like make it to where anybody wanted to shoot me anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not the confidence you need to have to get there.
Exactly
Yeah.
why I wouldn't.
What are you
make it.
doing? You're never gonna win with an attitude like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to have a come get me attitude. You got to be like Zelensky.
Come shoot me, baby.
Be like Zelensky and dress like a ninja everywhere you go. Just
Yeah, and play the piano with your penis.
Right.
Anyway,
I have been practicing the piano.
with
with your penis?
No, I should though. I
Right
should
on.
start.
Should that be a hell of a party trick?
That would be.
I try to play anything I can with my penis when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about trying to hit a woman in the face with your penis as much as you can. Just try to stay
Give
alive.
him the old mushroom stamp.
Yeah. I love a girl that loves to be disrespected.
Hmm.
Yeah, went deep. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Hmm.
You don't
Can't
love
do it. I need to
Does that mean that you love disrespecting women?
Yeah. You ever to a strip club? You ever like
True.
Yeah, I mean
I don't. That's not disrespecting.
It's not
I don't-
no,
As
no.
long as you're not being a shit person
Okay,
in a
yeah,
strip
you
club.
can't like disrespect the women.
If you're
actually,
being a
stripper
decent, a
will
stripper.
respect you more if you respect her.
True.
Yeah, you
Now-
you respect a
and
stripper, you're doing
I-
better off.
When I say
but
disrespect women, I don't mean it in like a disrespectful way.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's more of a like
come here, bitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
One
what you mean.
time, one of the hottest things a chick ever told me, I was a little bit drunk and I came over and like we were fooling around friends, and I was grabbing at her. She goes, ugh, you gotta be careful. I was like, what's wrong? She goes like, you're so. You want to know what she said? She said, ornery. And I was like, yeah, I am.
Nice.
I was like, I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
Yep.
I called a girlfriend ornery once, and she took it as a massive insult.
Really?
She was very unhappy about it. Like it ruined our relationship.
Well, fucking good riddance.
Hey, is there a
Yeah,
bunch
well,
of
I had a kid with her, so
Oh well.
even her mom was like, "No, that's like a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, you're like he's saying you're being shitty, but like in like a cute way. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
like,
being ornery, you little ornery fool.
like you little ornery shit,
You
and
little
she
son.
didn't like that at all. Like, whatever.
When I call a bitch nasty, when I'm like and I mean it with love when I say it, because I usually am, I'm at the point where I only say it to like very few people.
Mhm.
But when I go, you nasty bitch, it's out of love. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that.
And I love a nasty bitch.
Sure.
I'll try explaining it to the old lady, the old African lady. Like men want a woman to just, they want her to be like proper in public, but they want her to be a dirty,
Stripper.
dirty,
Mhm.
filthy
Be a
whore at
stripper
home.
for me.
Like,
yeah.
you don't want that shit. You don't want a girl that's acting like that out at the bar. But like,
No.
you want like a decent, respectable girl at the bar. But then
Yeah.
like, you
Right.
get her home, and as soon as that latch closes,
Everything's different.
it turns into Mavericks and Sioux City. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it gets wild.
Yeah, for sure.
or anywhere,
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world. The
Think of-
cockatoo in Yankton,
Yeah.
whatever. It
Dirty
just
bird.
turns into a wild, dirty place
You
with a dirt
want-
floor in the back.
You
Oh,
want a
boy.
woman. You want a woman that just is free. Just free, baby. Just be free.
But only free for you.
Yeah, only free for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's the
want
trick.
that bitch chained up any other time.
No, well, maybe you do.
Not literally, but
I could leave it 6 hours. She's
she's good. You gotta walk her after.
she got a
6
hamster
hours.
drinker. You
Yeah,
know.
she's
No.
got a bowl.
Somebody's got to do something. The kids start yelling after 6 hours, so you gotta chain her.
I wouldn't do that with the
Oh, I'm
kids at
so
home.
glad now I don't listen to this fucking podcast.
Yeah, you're in trouble already.
No, I'm not actually. We're all good. We're all good. I've been coming home at 4 a.m. a lot, which is not good. It's not good. But she's a lovely, great gal, and she met me after I already started doing comedy, so she knew what it was.
Yeah, true.
You're gonna get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
She understands, which is great. Incredibly supportive girlfriend, even though she's not listening right now. But
Well, good for you.
she's a very supportive girlfriend, actually, for what a stupid fucking thing I'm doing. This comedy thing. When you have real responsibilities, you feel like you're fucking retarded for doing it.
It is.
Well, there's a lot
It's
of times
literally-
where you're
literally
like, you're
in
a
the way.
like you're a fucking idiot for like, why are you doing this?
The amount of money we
you should be
throw
working
at
a
it.
second job right now.
Yeah.
That's
I
what-
mean,
like
yeah,
you should
I
be
hear
working
you.
an actual second job right now instead of trying to do this.
The amount of money
Yeah.
we throw at it for just getting there.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
That's one thing. I mean, Dubliner takes pretty good. They cover. I mean, I would be making money if I was living there.
Yeah.
I'll say it that way. Like if I was living there, it could be a helpful amount of income, actually. Like over the course of a year, that one night,
Yeah.
because I could do it more nights a week elsewhere.
That's what needs to happen. More nights a week.
There you go.
You know, once I get there, I'm planning on going hardcore at it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Once it's
You
not
should.
a 3.5 hour drive to get there.
Right. You've got. I'm
Monday night-
honestly like pretty surprised
Monday,
that you've kept this up.
Monday night,
I know.
said it.
A Monday
I-
fucking night.
I fucking said it. I went on stage and I'll say it again now. In the past 2 weeks, I drove 1,118 miles to do not actually that much time worth of comedy. Not really.
Right.
In 2 weeks. And then I have to go to Omaha and hear people be like, oh, well, I just don't know if I can make it. Just
Yeah.
that drive downtown. It's just, it's a long way down.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Right.
Like,
But they're not like. They don't like want to do it like you do, though. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true.
But
Anyway, if you're not at the Dubliner on Mondays, I think you're a fucking pussy. But
Yeah, I mean,
that's
fucking
fine.
be there.
I've said it on stage many times. If you got jobs or a kid, whatever, there's acceptable excuses sometimes.
Sure.
You better be making money.
Yeah.
You better be making somebody that's your bloodline fucking happy. Somebody better have fucking died. There's only certain things.
For a while, I excused getting pussy too, but then I realized that don't take 3-4 hours.
you can
You can
get
still
pussy.
True,
you
you
can
can
get
make it.
pussy and make it down
You
there
can
still.
you can get pussy there. If you're smart or cool enough,
It's
There's
definitely
always a
changed
way.
a lot. It's definitely changed a lot.
there's always a way.
22 comics is getting to be regular, which is good. It's a good thing.
good but busy.
He's tired. He wants to take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired.
I don't know if I want to take a nap. I let you fuckers host that 1 week, and I don't know. You should tell Brad about that. 'Cause I
It
didn't.
bugs him. He's just a creature of habit.
Oh,
He's-
for sure.
Oh yeah, he's just stuck in his ways. He can't let anybody fucking do anything different. Because then even if he supports it, he's like, I don't like it. He just can't. Doesn't like change.
Yeah, well, I I did a thing a couple weeks ago where I had 3 other people host for the night instead of me.
Oh yeah.
We like did a rotating thing, and then everybody did like 5, hosted for like 5 comics, and then I went on at the end instead. It felt like being cucked. I didn't like it. That's what it felt like.
Would you rather do that again or be actually cucked for real?
I would rather. Oh God.
Yeah, I think you'd probably rather do that. I hope.
I'd rather do that than actually be cucked.
Yeah. Oh God, that would suck. I would never.
But I don't understand it. I
don't either, dude.
Dude, I was the bull in a situation once, Brad.
No way.
I for real was.
Oh my God.
And
Look at him.
I mean, it was fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was.
I mean, like, good for you. Like, I don't think I could do it.
It was. He never, as far as I knew, he was never in the room, but he knew. Like, he knew all the time. Like, he
well,
was like,
in
and
the
it
room
just
is
seemed
different.
weird. Like, I don't think he was ever in the room.
I mean,
in the
that's-
room is a
well,
whole different thing.
I mean, yeah, that's entirely different.
But like,
He never
at
came
one
out
point, at
in
one
the dark,
no,
put his wiener in her
no.
mouth while you were
Like
doing her.
one time, like me and her took the kids to the zoo together. Like,
What?
Oh, that's not
Dude,
okay.
it was serious.
Dude,
this
that's
is going
weird.
on. It was very weird.
What
But she
the
had
fuck?
she had a pass to the zoo. My kid wanted to go to the zoo,
Oh my God.
so I fucking went.
I got to
It
pass
was-
to the zoo. What are you doing, dude?
Are you trying
I
to
mean,
fuck
I
me?
guess
No,
like
I don't
if you
need
get
to
a pass to the zoo. What do you do? Turn it down?
Yeah, exactly.
They're
and
like
I mean, we had
they're
been
like
fucking. and,
$200
like,
for the year.
but here's the thing. Like, she was at one point. She was like, "Well, I'd like you two to be friends." And I was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to say to this guy?" Like,
Wait,
I do
be
not.
friends
re-
with
I
the
do-
husband?
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah,
you gotta
I
be
do
kind.
not like. I was like, I do not respect him. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
Dude,
I have
what the
no
fuck?
respect for this at all. So like, what am I supposed?
Oh
am
my
I supposed to walk
God.
out and like be like in my boxers and like grab
Yeah.
a beer out of the fridge and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like,
Yeah,
you want me to
that's
fucking
so
sit down and
crazy.
watch the game with like what?
Yeah.
After I just got done plowing you in the
You-
back room, like, am I
Yeah.
supposed to fucking go hang out with this guy? Like, no,
Yeah.
like that seems odd.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hang out.
God.
I don't
Hang
respect
out,
this
watch the
fella.
Packers play the Bears,
Dude,
have a cheese tray.
I mean, you might as well just go all in.
Yeah,
That
might
point.
as well. What are you doing?
Maybe
How
I
big was
should
the
have.
house?
You're basically just
How big
having,
was the house?
You're basic. Yeah, that's a
Not
good
big
question.
enough. They already had 6 kids.
He can
Yeah.
afford 6 of them.
Well, they weren't all his, but
Uh-huh.
she was. She's some kind of nurse, and he was like a diesel mechanic. Then they
Traveling nurse?
They ended up no.
Are they divorced?
They ended up being a throuple with another girl for a while, and then they got
So-
divorced, and she left.
Was she banging the chick or was he?
I think they both were.
Good
I
for
got.
him.
I've got.
Yeah, that's cool.
I could show you some videos when we're done here, but
What? I don't know if we need to see those.
Yeah,
anyway,
I get nightmares, dude.
What the
they're
fuck?
not great. They're not great. Anyway, do you want to know how I met this chick?
Sure.
This
Farmers
is the
only.
craziest thing. No, dude, this is even crazier. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute before I tell this story.
Okay.
I hope you don't pray or whatever you're doing. God, he scares me. This fucking
Man
guy.
alive. Make sure to face Mecca.
Yeah, it's that way. By the sandblaster. He keeps running into those
Yeah, dude.
chairs under that tarp.
Bumping into shit.
What are you grabbing? I will take one. Whatever you give me. I don't be too picky. It's getting late, isn't it?
It is getting late.
I know. It flies like a fucking...
It does fly. It's 1:30.
It flies like a fly.
It flies like a fly.
And it's not that. That's not PM. That's AM.
That's true.
This is 0100. 012800.
Absolutely.
Dark 30. 01 dark 30.
0128.
Yeah, 0128.
Not 012800. But I heard what you're saying. Yeah.
You gave me one of them fucking corn
What a shame.
sucklers? No, thank you. Don't say it. You fucking turd. It's echoing in here. We're in a metal building.
It's true. It is echoing. But I haven't heard much of it on the headphones.
These mics are just good enough that they work good here, but they like don't pick up extra bullshit.
The system's been what the system
So
is.
the way I met this chick was I had a buddy who was a dish installer
yeah.
for Dish.
Yeah.
Dish Network, the satellite company.
Mm-hmm.
This is very important because
No,
this
I was
is-
thinking
this is-
like dishes in a kitchen.
this is a service announcement
Come
for all
over, I
those.
eat, I leave
Yeah,
a dish in the
yeah.
sink.
I installed dishes in your sink, dirty
This
dishes.
dude
in your
left
sink.
plenty of dishes in this bitch's sink. Anyway,
Did he really? The dish
he was
installer did.
he was the installer.
He was like, "Listen, I got a bead. I got a
No, she would like call in for service repairs because he was the one that covered this area,
She wanted
and
to
he would
grab
stop
that
in and
lean.
fuck on the
Yeah.
clock, like
Nice, dude. What a
like that
gig.
kind of shit. Yeah, and that's how I met her.
Fuck.
She was a squirter. It was wild. It was fun, and
Like a squirter. You know they say that's just pee, right?
they
You
say
say
that.
that.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either. I will tell you this: I wouldn't mind watching a girl pee her pants either, though. He gets it.
What a guy. What a character. Is that because you know she's now drunk enough that she won't remember you, or what?
Wow, no, not even that. I would rather her be sober when she pees her pants, just for that
This is the
fucking.
pro-
thing.
this is the problem. They fucking
I'm a good
encourage me.
person. I don't do
They
stuff
encourage
like
me
that.
to drink, and then I start drinking, and I start talking real mean shit like that. Start calling guys fat, gay, retard, pizza bitches.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
you gotta chill out. No, I don't know what the fuck.
You know what's crazy is one of my New Year's resolutions was to be nicer to the crowds, and I have been meaner than ever. The
Reverse
past 4
psychology.
months.
Reverse psychology.
I have been so mean to people, and it's not. They don't all deserve it.
No, not everybody.
Not all of them deserve it.
I
I
don't
do
know.
hate. I do throw a lot of heat out there, though.
Some of them
Hey, man.
deserve it.
Everybody deserves to get made fun of a little bit.
When when the weather was all shitty a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
I brought the only Jewish comic on stage and said,
Yeah.
you can blame this guy for this crappy weather we've been having."
This is a different direction.
It is a different direction,
Can
and
you feel it? Or taste
it's-
it?
I can
Oh,
taste
yeah.
the different direction. Not the biggest fan of it. I didn't think we were going to go through 12 of the other ones we had.
I know. We just found them tonight.
Those are so good. I
They
still
are,
They're
dude.
so good. They're so good.
They're a great beer.
Me.
Dude, I've checked off my whole-
me.
I've checked off my whole fucking checklist at the Dubliner, so I'm about to have me my own personal mug hanging from the ceiling.
Very nice.
Yes, they're going to put my comedy logo on it for me.
Do they make one for you too?
Hmm?
A mug?
That I'm getting that because you get a punch
You have
card.
to drink so much shitty beer.
There's a punch card that has like
Oh.
83 beers on it.
Oh,
you have
I
to,
thought you
like-
meant like that you do so much shit and they give you like make a custom
I
mug.
drank that much there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean that
It's a
that
great
punch card
bar,
took
dude.
me probably about a year to do.
Yeah.
I think there's 83 beers on it, so
Nice.
that's not really that many
What?
Over a
Over
year.
over the course of a year.
Over a
What
year.
song is it? I drank
Well, I mean,
100 beers.
I've
it'd be
also
less
been
than,
there.
It'd be less than 2 because you went say once a week, right?
Yeah, and there were some weeks.
So
where I
it's
went
less
more
than
once.
2 a week.
Yeah, and there was some weeks that I went more than once. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's not that many.
that's not many. Not when I. What's crazy? If I would have started it when I first started going there, I would have been done with it, fucking months and months and months ago.
Well, you took different choices.
I did. I had to start drinking beers down there instead of whiskey sours.
Yeah,
Beers
dude.
are beer.
Here's my thing: when I drink whiskey, I stay good. Like
If you
I can
stick
keep it
to it.
together. If I just stay on whiskey, I
And-
don't get sloppy. My words might get a little slurred. I might stumble a little bit. But with beer, when I get drunk off beer, I get fucking sloppy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll
Me
fucking
too.
bump into shit like that. I don't think counts because that's fucking like that's
Those
a
are chairs. They're hidden.
There's
You're
fucking,
trying to dodge
There's
shit.
chairs and there's a 4-wheeler. You got to turn sideways to go through that. That's a whole different thing. But I'm talking like, when I get beers, I might stumble in a fucking wide open room.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, like, but
So
with
you get
with
sloppy beers.
whiskey, I can fucking hold her together. You might think you'll if you know me, you'll know I'm drunk, but you'll think I've had like 2 or 3 and not like
Sure.
8.
Yeah, that's how I am with tequila.
Oh, I love tequila.
I love tequila too.
I've gotten old enough to where I will drink beer pretty fast when I'm drinking beer, but like I'll sip whiskey and shoot tequila, and that's pretty much it. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, I like sipping
don't-
tequila.
I've never gotten into this. I've never gotten into the sipping of tequila.
Yeah, dude, tequila waters with like a lime or a lemon. Sip on that bitch as a drink.
I'm gonna Bombay with a club soda and lime.
Yeah, club soda is good with it too. Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm whiskey sours all day, baby.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that either.
Yeah, but
Except
nobody's got
ex-
real squirt.
Well, I hate it when they make it out of the gun.
Oh, whatever the
Mhm.
fuck's on the gun.
when they use it in the gun.
trash.
I'll take
gotta
I'll
go
take the
can of
can I'll
squirt.
take a can of squirt over the gun, but sour mix over that. But the real way they make it with like bitters and the fucking sweet syrup or the syrup, simple syrup.
Oh,
Like there's an old school way of making it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the real
and
way of making
like a
it.
cocktail way. Of
Yeah,
making
the
it.
cocktail way of making it with simple syrup and there's bitters, and I want to say there's lime juice maybe, and a raw egg.
Interesting.
Like, and they or egg whites,
Oh.
white, excuse me, and fucking shake that all up, and they pour it over that, and there's maraschino cherry in there, and my God, oh, I about got in a fucking race war over that one night.
a race war over a whiskey sour.
Okay, so me and the girls first started dating. She did a fashion show in Omaha, and we went to the after party. She took me there. I was dressed. I was actually wearing this coat, in fact, but I was dressed. I might have been wearing these exact clothes, actually. Precisely this to an Afro-Maha fashion show. Okay, I don't know-
Afro-Maha.
Afro-Maha is what it was called.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. These fellows were.
It was
walk-
not a white evening. This was not.
Look, there was guys walking around with canes and capes.
Oh
and
hell
like
yeah.
a big old. And they looked good. They
Oh,
really did.
yeah.
But
they clean up nice.
this old. this there we go. Hell yeah. And this sweet old bartender lady who knew the girlfriend. She goes, "What do you want, honey?" I was like, "I'll have a whiskey sour." She goes, "Do you want it with the egg whites?" I said,
Oh, that's a great question.
"Oh,
Nice.
I mean, I don't want to trouble you. If it's not really," she goes, "Well, I'll just have to run down to the kitchen real quick." And I said, "You don't have to do that." She goes, "No, you want it that way. I can tell." So she went down.
what a nice lady.
She ran down to the kitchen and got an egg to make me a fucking real whiskey sour, and it was so good. And this cocksucker knocked it off the table on
Oh.
purpose to try and like
Because you're
make
white.
a move on the girl.
Oh.
No, to like talk to my girlfriend, like get me
Yeah.
away from the table. To like, yeah, and he grabbed her ass on the way out, like, and I had a brief moment where I almost said, "Listen," and he was African, but had red hair and freckles,
Interesting.
and I almost said, "Let's go outside so I can beat those stupid fucking freckles off your face."
Yeah.
So close, and then I like my brain did a quick scan and realized that I was the only white guy in there at all, and I was like, "That's
Yeah.
probably not.
Let's not pick a fight there.
Let's not pick a fight right now."
Yeah.
But let me tell you, Brendan, if I see you, it's on sight, motherfucker.
What's his name?
Brendan.
Yeah, a black guy named Brendan.
Brendan.
With red hair and freckles.
With red hair and freckles, and I'm going to fuck him up. You ever step into the White Hoods or any hood that I'm okay in? Red Little's got my back. I don't know where the GDs
Jesus
control,
Christ.
but I don't know where the GDs
Calling
control,
Red
but I'm
Little.
good.
Calling Red Little.
Calling Red Little. I don't know if you're still locked up or not, but I mean, you probably did it. Unfortunately, I mean, anyway.
Show up with them razor blades. Throw them at an African.
Yeah, dude. The last time Red Little was this comic in Omaha.
Pull out your gun.
I'm certain I told you about him at one point, but
Probably.
he would just, if he could have stayed off the drugs and stayed out of the gang shit and focused on comedy, he'd be the funniest comic in Omaha by far. He'd be real successful.
He used to
for
carry
reals.
around a hot dog in his pocket.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
But it was like
One time I saw him sell
Yeah.
a piece of paper to
Yeah.
a homeless guy for $3.
What?
I'm not shitting you. The
the
homeless
fuck?
guy came up and the homeless guy came up and asked if anybody had $3 worth of weed that they'd sell him. And he like turned around and like pulled this piece of paper. He goes, "Yeah, I got you." Turns around and like we were standing in a smoking circle. He read like turns, so it's just like me and him. And he pulls this piece of paper out of his pocket and just winks at me, and like, rolls it up and folds it so it looks like there's something in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah," I took that $3 from him, handed him that fucking empty piece of paper, and the homeless guy just walked on.
So you just took it and gave
He
him
just
$3.
took it, gave him the $3.
Oh.
It didn't give him any weed.
That's incredible.
I know.
He had
Out
no
hustling.
shame.
He hugged me one time, and then like backed up and went like this, and there was a razor blade on his tongue.
Oh my god.
And I was like, "What do you need that for, man?
Yeah.
Come on,
And why are you
like,
showing me this?
You don't need that thing." Anyway, shout out
Wild
Red
boy.
Little. You might be in jail, but come on, brother. Straighten it out. Come on back.
I'm Red Lil.
I mean, I miss you, pal.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do miss
dude.
you. You're really goddamn funny, but God, you got to get your shit together, brother.
He honestly helped kick me into whatever the fuck I am.
Yeah, he helped me
Really?
a lot. Like, he was
He was
a
actually
super. Like, he was a very good human being, but just
was
he
too
has a lot of
crazy.
fucking
You
problems.
have
He's
got
too
to,
crazy.
You have got to be somebody who like has dealt with people who. You got to be deep, a little bit deep. You got to just got to be deep. You got to be a little bit.
It's hard to explain, but he was a character. He's a trip.
Yeah.
He is.
I feel that.
He's gonna get out soon. Maybe, I don't know. I know he was locked up in like February. I know his government name now, which feels wrong.
Red
but-
Lil.
Red Little.
Red Lil.
You know, he always used to go on stage and talk about being Jewish. And
I'm Jewish.
yeah. I got I got the surgery and everything. That was his whole joke. And that one time I went up on stage after him and I go, "Oh wow, Red Little, what a character, huh? I haven't seen a Jew that black since my old history books."
One time we were
And he loved it. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay, that's fine."
that's good.
one time we were at the old BL and he did this story and he was like, "Oh, we had to go get coke and we had to go out to O'Neill, Nebraska. I was trying to fuck this bitch from O'Neill, Nebraska." And he kept like telling this story. He's like, I can't do Red. I can't. But
Nobody can do Red.
God.
That's the fucking
And
Red.
it-
Red was as unique as Mitch Hedberg.
Oh really?
Yeah.
and he-
Red's as unique as Mitch Hedberg as
Yeah.
far as like the way he does shit. Like it doesn't.
It's
if
like
you
definitely
were
his own.
if-
You can't imitate it.
even more than that maybe because if you wrote, he's one of them. If he wrote all his jokes out on paper and you read them, you would be like, "This isn't
This
funny
isn't
at all.
good.
This
Yeah,
is
right.
fucking crazy shit."
he
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know how to. He is an enigma. Too strange
like-
to live,
yeah.
too weird to die.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I love people like that, man.
Oh, he's great. He's great, but you know
You need him.
he needs to get out of the Sarpy County Jail or wherever
Well,
the fuck he's
yeah,
at right,
right,
now.
right.
I would honestly say he's got a he doesn't necessarily deserve to be treated the way he's been treated. I mean, it's Red Little.
Just had a tough go of it.
People got scared. He had a gun. I mean,
Yeah,
you
he
know?
it-
I don't know.
he
I feel-
definitely. I don't know if any of the consequences he received are unjust.
You're right.
I love Red, but at the same time,
Yeah.
even after that like what he did was he pulled a gun out in like the alley and popped off some rounds behind.
not in
back
the
man.
alley.
in the
He
street.
Shot
In the
him.
street?
He did what he
Right
did.
on Harney Street,
No, allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly, he shot a gun off. And that's what got him banned from the comedy stuff. I'm pretty sure allegedly he did some other things allegedly. And that has nothing to do with anything. But he had a gun during a comedy event, allegedly. And he shot it off allegedly.
In the street.
And that's what got him banned from like doing comedy
yeah,
and
just
everybody
popped off some rounds into the
I
air.
But I
mean-
will say this, there are very few places to do comedy in Omaha.
Sure.
Not allegedly. You have 2 places that are free.
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you have a place they're kicking people out and they just prefer a different type of people.
Sure.
And that's that.
Whatever.
There's a place that I've never been there, but I've never felt the need to go because I'm very certain I would not be welcome.
I've done mics there. But that's also because the host wanted the most of me. These dirty bitches, they're evil.
Dude, they are, man. They're out to get you.
I think we're crashing.
There
Lucas,
ain't nothing like a dirty bitch.
it's 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
been 2 hours and 47 minutes.
It's
recording.
1:45 in the morning.
Isn't that
Guys,
crazy?
This was a long
Brad,
one.
you didn't think you were gonna have anything to say.
I know I didn't, dude.
Look at you,
I'm surprised.
having
Is
a
there
good time
snacks
with a
or something?
folding chair full of beers right next to you.
is
Yeah,
the Cubby
dude.
still open? They're open 24/7?
Nah. Well, I don't think so, dude.
I don't think
Maybe.
There ain't gonna be
Cubby's
nothing
maybe.
fucking open
there's
the whole way
gonna be
home.
nothing.
I think
open
everything stopped
anywhere.
doing that after COVID. around
COVID killed the 24-hour.
here. Yep. Because
We used to have Casey's and Cubby's
Cubby's,
open 24/7.
but now nothing.
Now nothing's open 24/7. I don't know you're not gonna get food here tonight now.
No.
Great.
Do you want something?
No, I'll figure it out. I'll make it home. It's
I
an
can
hour.
I can snatch something from inside if you'd
What are you
like.
gonna snatch me?
Fuck, I don't know, like granola bar or something.
No, I'll go home and like egg.
I can get you a cold hot dog.
I don't want a cold hot dog. That's the last thing I want. I'll go
A
home.
slice of cheese. I got some Kraft singles in there. I'm sure.
Craft single, hot and cold hot.
I got some Peachos. You know me. You know me. I got loose Peachos laying around the
Yeah,
fucking
I got
car.
Lucy.
I got Lucy Peachos. I am actually. I got a bag of Peachos specifically for after we got done with this.
When
I
you-
just
Good
thought I
for
was
you.
gonna.
When
Be,
you-
I thought.
Smart man.
When
I
you
thought
got
I was gonna
girls-
be eating it 2 hours ago though. I'll
Right,
tell you that.
right,
I bet I see you just putting like when you lay a girl down, you're rubbing her and you put little Peachos on her nipple, one on her nose, a couple over her eyes. You give her little kisses, eat them.
I haven't
Peachos
yet.
off her.
Here's the thing. I saved that for once the vanilla stuff starts wearing off. Then
Oh
you
my
start doing
god!
freaky
I bet a
stuff.
girl would love to get Peachos licked off her nipples.
Yeah, here's the thing.
I'd love to get Peachos licked off my
Here's the
nipples,
thing.
ladies.
I'm narrow enough. I can just stack them on my dick.
Oh, there you go.
Pull them off.
That's
one
how
at a time.
narrow you are. Long and
Yep. 9 inches long.
And I can fit half a bag on that motherfucker.
An eighth of an inch around.
Oh. I don't know how. Well,
God damn.
I get them pregnant, but I don't fill them up. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I've got an adequate dick.
I got it adequate.
Hey, at least you got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
retweet.
there.
Just be fucking grateful.
It's there. It's mine, and I was born with it. So
Amen.
There you go.
maybe she was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's
That's
Maybelline.
very well could be.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
There's a comic who I'll tell you about after we shut this recording off that their whole closing joke is a Tumblr post that I've seen since like 2016.
And I used to use
And
Tumblr for porn.
And it upsets me to a great degree. And they haven't been to the Dubliner since I took it over. Maybe
Yeah.
once or twice at the beginning. But
Yeah.
if they ever come back, that is something I'm going to say. I'm going to call them out for that.
Is it just like a quote or something?
No, their entire couple-minute closing joke is word for word a Tumblr post.
Jesus.
I can't say any more about it right now. The one female who one of the two females who listen to us will know exactly what I'm talking about because I told her about it as soon as I noticed. But
Small world.
isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? This has been unpasteurized.
This has been
I think
it.
we need to wrap.
Man.
We
this
gotta wrap
cocksucker
this up. We gotta put a condom on this.
Yeah,
thing.
we do.
We gotta wrap it up.
We're
We
lost.
gotta
in the
put a
sauce.
bow on this.
We're
bitch.
lost in the sauce. Brad,
Live from
Brad,
the
do you
Sandhills.
have? Does the Ren
You got
and
a plug?
Red? Does the Ren and Red have any shows coming up?
Let's see here.
And a wren is a red bird,
yeah.
correct?
Yeah, if you spell it with a W. We
Yeah,
don't
W-R-E-N.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not how we
But
spell
that's not how his name is spelled. So,
Right. Honestly, though, yeah, Ren for Reynolds.
and this will probably. I mean, this will be out.
Shouts out
Probably
to
by-
Shell, right?
probably
Shouts
by-
out to
Yeah,
the gas
dude.
station. Shouts out to the
Fuck
free
yeah.
air.
Shout out to Reynolds and Shell.
And hey, you got cousins out there that I've been calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's twins. I've been calling one. I thought there was only one.
The wrong name.
Sorry.
That's okay. You
God
don't gotta
bless.
apologize to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, this will be out
Go to Reynoldson's.
probably
anything
by
owned
the weekend.
Reynoldsons.
So
You'll be
Yeah.
lucky if it is.
I don't know if it'll help boost your.
Next weekend.
You got a line on
At
Peachos
Nico's.
being a Reynoldson? You got a
What's
line-
that?
You got a line
Nico's.
on them gas station Peachos being a Reynoldson?
I could probably get a hookup on some Peachos.
Well, shouts out. You could get us a gas card.
I don't know. Maybe. Let me see what I can do.
Wow.
It's next Friday.
Next Friday we have a show. Yeah, at Nico's Classic.
Nico's April 18th.
April
That's right.
18th.
Nico's
Happy
popping on you.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to a couple people in my life. We won't say who. Number 2. Lucas, what are we doing? April 25th. Nico's.
April
O'Neill,
25th,
Nebraska.
also
Hell
What
yeah,
time you going
Nico's.
to be here?
Me?
Yeah, or not here. This is a different building, but yeah.
For
Your show.
okay. Yeah, we'll start at 9.
April 18th. That's Good Friday.
You're damn right it is.
That's Good Friday.
Yeah.
And it's a
9 p.m.
good time to
Come
get
in
down to
after
Nico's
church. After
and
that
listen.
church.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
come into fucking Nico's.
Come
They
on,
got prime
Nico's.
rib there, right?
No,
Is
they
that
got
like that?
pizza.
They got pizza.
They got bomb pizza. Their pizza's
They do
pretty
have good
fucking
pizza.
good.
Get a fucking pizza. Listen to some
They got
fucking music.
wings,
Pizza and wings.
beer.
Get your
Booze.
girl a little bit liquored up, put some coca in her butt,
Oh,
try to
yeah.
get her horny.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, there's a Pac-Man machine. There's a claw game in the corner. There's
Yeah, show her your
There's pool
claw
table.
game. Give her your claw. Fucking grab her by the pussy
Yeah, dude.
with your claw. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah. And then Nico's Pub on the April 25th.
Yep, I'm gonna
It'll
be there
be,
for sure.
I'm
Hell
sure
yeah.
everybody's gonna be there.
I hope so. I'm
My sister's
I got it
getting
in my
married.
calendar.
My sister's getting married in this town. I'm gonna even if I'm gonna
drag
be
the
there.
whole wedding there.
Yeah,
Can't
dude, do it.
ruin the wedding.
I would love to bring. No,
ruin
I'm,
the wedding by
I'm gonna
dragging them
bring.
all
I'm gonna
over.
bring all these women. I'm gonna bring everybody. I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring all these cowboys and all the women.
Let's pack them out.
Let's pack them in
Sounds
there.
good.
It's gonna be a good time. No,
It's gonna be a great
let's-
time.
Oh my God.
Reese Thurber, Zach Rars, myself,
Addie Herman.
Herman,
Maybe even
maybe
me.
Taylor.
No, I'm going on. There ain't no helping about it.
Hell yeah.
There ain't. You better go on before me so I can fucking crash out the room and then bring it back.
There you go.
Because you're gonna bring an energy to those people that they've
Never seen before.
never seen.
What does that mean? Sometimes it works really well.
That
True.
wasn't wrong. No,
Okay,
I'm saying I'm
alright.
gonna crash it out. You fucking dumb bitch.
Oh, you want to crash it?
I said I'm gonna ruin it. You're gonna do great.
I'm
and then
pretty
gonna
sure
ruin
everybody in there is gonna know you.
it. That's what I'm scared of.
Probably.
Like the whole town's gonna be there.
Well, I don't know, dude. Sometimes it's weird because like I'll go out now
I
in
go
this
out-
town and I'll be like, who the fuck is that guy?
I go out all the time, and I'll maybe know a couple people in the bar, but
Yeah.
there'll be a whole host of people in there that
Sure.
I don't know
I
at
know,
all.
right?
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love. Right? No.
True.
Hell yeah.
That's a banger.
It's been unpasteurized. Make sure
Yes.
you give it a like, a follow, a comment.
Give it a like, follow at Smiley Comedy 13.
Yep.
Instagram,
social
Facebook,
media.
also Snapchat.
Snapchat, and also
Really, you got Smiley? You're on Smiley at 13 on Snap.
maybe.
Check a story out. Maybe there could be a
Yeah.
Snap.
I don't know. Maybe
You got
get to know
Twitter?
me first.
You
Ask
got
me
X?
some fucking question. Get to know me, then maybe you can get my Snap.
There you go.
You fucking
Pervert.
cowards.
Warm them up.
Yeah,
Well, you know, you post dicks
Ease
on
them
your
into
story.
I do.
God,
I do.
dicks. I love.
They're not
people.
even mine. So yeah, check that all out. And of course, speaking of dicks, make sure you check out Z Schlong on everything. That's the French penis himself, Taylor Zatke. And
Fuck yeah.
make sure to check out the Ren and Red Show. You guys got a Facebook page, don't you?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. That's it though.
Make sure you check them out. All 6 of our listeners, which one of them is Ren himself. So
That's right.
And shouts out to the Swedish people, Hingle Dingle Durgan.
Yes.
yeah,
Wow.
I mean, isn't that crazy?
I love
Didn't
that.
that blow your
It's
mind?
got. I don't know.
It has to be a glitch in the fucking program. doesn't it?
no. Somebody's sitting in a sauna.
Listen,
Yeah, dude.
if you're over 60,
It's
Swedish,
it's
and
a
listening
Swedish
to us,
dairy farmer.
please,
Fuck you
for
guys.
the love of God,
Dude, it
please
might be, though.
comment. Please give me your information. This
We
is
will
the one
fly
time.
you here, yeah.
This is the one time I'd be willing to even Zoom talk to somebody.
Yeah.
I avoid all Zoom calls in my life.
Dude, they
but if
probably just typed in unpasteurized.
God, do you remember Skype? You remember
Oh,
Skype?
dude, I remember
Oh,
Skype.
dude.
God,
I
there
used
used to
to
be a
talk
chick that
hell
lived
of
like
broads
3
on
streets
Skype.
down from me.
Yeah?
And I had a crush on her in 8th grade, and she had a boyfriend, but she was still too nice to me. And we used
Were you too young for the MSN Messenger or what?
a little bit. I missed it by like a
Yeah.
Oh,
hair.
you
I
we
was-
were
you
big on
remember
that.
the MSN? Yeah, we
Oh,
were on
yeah.
the MSN.
I was on
had
that.
MSN Messenger for Mac. That's how
For
deep
Mac,
into it. 'Cause
yeah.
I had Mac all the way, baby.
No, I was Skyping, and then I remember Omegle. Omegle was really bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of
Omegle was
dicks.
terrible.
A lot of
dicks, a lot of
Yeah.
dicks, a lot of cokes, a lot of drugs, a lot of
We did.
shit.
I did chat roulette with some friends.
Oh,
There's just-
chat roulette was where I was at more of
Dude,
the time.
yeah.
was
The
chat
fact
roulette.
that people just